Hello,
Good.
everybody. Gio's very excited about the Buccaneers.
Oh, yeah.
Went shirt hat today.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
Got
Makes
the
it,
schedule.
I feel like football season's here.
Yeah, right?
It's just the way they've turned the schedule at least into like a major event
Oh, I know.
is amazing
They
to me.
just released it 5 different times yesterday.
Yeah,
It was different versions were flying around. You didn't know what was true, what wasn't.
ESPN had like 2 hours of coverage.
Yeah.
It was
And
awesome.
they give you the here's our opponents for next year.
Yeah.
And then later on they go, here's when it's happening. Here's the home and away. And
They got me. I was locked in for the whole league.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was like, I'll just wait till we get it and figure it out. Like, I
Yeah.
wasn't trying to look at all the ones that were released early and all that. Doesn't make a difference to me. I look at one like I used to want to travel to New Orleans, but we've been there now. I'm good.
Yeah.
No. And I can't see me wanting to travel to any of those other places.
I might go to a Bills game this year.
Yeah. It'd be cold.
I know.
Buddy. It's cold. I don't know. Now that we're friends with Jason Light and stuff, maybe we will.
Oh, I assume I can just hop a ride on the plane.
yeah.
The plane.
Yeah.
Team plane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you got the hat.
Yeah.
Oh man, Carmen, how are you doing?
I'm good. Good morning.
Well,
What did I do?
yeah, like cartoon mouse voice.
Oh,
Hey guys, what's up?
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a dude we know.
That's the bearded
What's
lady.
up, bro?
I saw the reel you put up of Carmen saying your dumb face.
Yeah.
And it made me laugh.
Yeah, she's just aggressive.
I see your dumb face.
I don't know what it is this week. I just can't get enough sleep. I am so tired every time I wake up.
Can I suggest napping?
I
no,
do.
Well, hold on. I
And
took
I-
a nap yesterday and it threw everything off.
Oh, well.
I took a nap
You're a
yesterday, Carmen,
novice.
and I.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said you're a novice.
Yeah, I took a nap yesterday because Amanda had to go into work yesterday, so I was all alone, and I took a nap, and then
Quick question.
yeah,
Did you take a nap or did you go to bed?
well,
There's a big difference.
no, I went to bed.
Okay.
I shut it down. I put
Yeah.
the air conditioning on, put my sleep mask on, the whole thing. I went to bed,
Yeah.
and then last night I couldn't sleep. I didn't go to bed till 1 o'clock in the morning last night.
Yes. So when I nap, I know I have to put an alarm on because otherwise.
Right, I did the same thing, or else I never would have picked up my daughter from school.
Right. So whenever I take a nap, I always look at the time and I know it's going to take me a little time to fall asleep / wake up. So I always set it for like an hour out. So if I lay down at 11, I set my timer or alarm for 12 and I know I'll at least get 45 to a half hour.
Oh, that's too quick.
Yeah. But that's all you need. Anything longer, you're just going into sleep mode and it messes up your sleep cycle.
But that's my thing is I think I break up my sleeping because I do sleep in the afternoon because I'm sleeping for a couple hours. You know what I mean? So whenever
Shut her down.
because I can go to bed at night, sometimes at midnight,
Right.
you know,
Right,
and then
right.
wake up and then I go and do whatever I do. And then in the afternoon, I go and I take my sleep. So I get like 8 hours, but it's split between.
And there
So-
was a study done. I don't know the name, but a guy did this where he broke it up into different things, and he would sleep
Sleepy Steve.
but he would do 4 hours at night, 4 hours in the afternoon. But
Yeah.
that way he could prolong his work. You know what I mean?
Right.
His work time. And basically the conclusion was it doesn't matter when you take it as long as your sleep adds up to the 8 hours that you need.
Yeah.
Some people can work that way. Some people can't. You know what I mean? It's all
I
everyone's
love that he's doing it
different.
so he can prolong his work time. I'm doing it so I can prolong my sleep time.
Mhm.
Right.
I'm getting as many sleep hours in the day that I get. Oh, wait, let me just tell you, if they were like for every hour you sleep you get this, I'd be rich. I'd be living forever. Whatever it is, it'd be perfect. I like to squeeze those in whenever I can.
See, I'm never really been good at sleeping or like I've never been able to sleep well. So at night I have my little routine. I have my cherry juice. I take my vitamins.
Cherry juice, good for your
Yeah.
joints.
Tart
Inflammation.
cherry juice.
Yeah.
Not just don't go get the sugar stuff. Like I get the concentrated one that I have to like dilute with water.
You
And
have
what does
to,
it do?
after you drink it, you have to go like this.
Ooh, I do
That
like
means
Mr. Furley.
It's good for
Smooth.
it's good for inflammation.
Yeah, I
But
used to
it-
do it with Jack Daniels.
Nope.
All right.
But it also releases natural melatonin. So instead of taking melatonin, which says, which they say is not good for you because it stops your normal production of it.
Right.
Tart cherry juice just releases your natural melatonin in your body, so it doesn't disrupt your, cycles and stuff.
Plus,
So
I bet you taste delicious.
Because I do it with a caffeine-free, sugar-free ginger ale, and I make like a little mocktail, but I have that like every night, and it's so good. And then I also take ashwagandha and lemon.
My God.
And lemon.
Wakanda.
No,
That's where Black Panther's from.
Wakanda forever.
and lemon balm, which are also things that you would find in like a sleepy cocktail.
And you're still tired.
Well, no, but I take it at like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Too much
right?
lemon balm.
By the way,
And-
ashwagandha is her nickname for Chad's stuff.
Yeah.
Time to go to Ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha. I feel like Carmen is TikTok doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
feel
looked
like I feel like you read. Well, you see stuff and then you see whether you can debunk it or whether it's real.
No,
like if a
then I-
doctor says, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
No, I do usually find it on Instagram, but then I go and do my research about it, and there are proven studies that it does help you sleep. So
TikTok doctor.
for someone who doesn't sleep well, I was looking for a natural remedy instead of having a couple glasses of wine a night, because that's not good for you either.
I
You know what I
disagree.
mean? That's no.
It's funny
each
to
his
me.
own.
It's funny to me, Carmen, and I don't want to jinx it or anything, but Mike, you say you're the same way. When people talk about, I have trouble sleeping, this and that, I go, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like
Well, hey, get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. That'll help you sleep.
yeah.
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 I loved when Joey, when he was younger, and I used to take him to work every once in a while, and he'd be 10:30. He'd be asleep in the office or in my car or something. And Amanda came in once or twice for bits that we did on the air, and by 11 o'clock, she's like, I'm Pete. I go, yeah, every day.
Yeah.
Every day is how we do this. Not anymore, though. Now I feel wonderful. And forget your ashwagandha and your cherry juice. Just work from home. That helps out a lot.
Oh, does it? Oh,
Yeah.
that would be nice.
Mhm.
Sounds great.
Yeah,
I recommend it, Carmen.
yeah, but no, I
10
have
out
to
of
get
10 recommend.
I have to get here early because in the last month we've almost started at 5:50. Like
Whoa.
Whose
5
fault
times.
is that?
Yeah,
though?
it's John Brennan.
Is it?
John Brennan,
Time for him to go.
which I tell him, and of course it's just one of those he
Not-
added some.
Not high on his list of priorities.
No, he either like added wrong or he added one of the hard outs too early.
You
Like-
got to talk to Gustavo. He gets
He's
it
the
done.
one who's
That's
doing
true.
things.
No,
You know how I
doesn't.
feel about John Brennan? The way you feel about Coach Cooper. Like, I like him, and he's been good for a while, but it might be time for a change.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to shake things up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Bring some new meat in here.
I can see that.
Yeah, get a new guy in. I mean, it's not that we don't like Cooper anymore, but, I mean, we can't get past that first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not always greener on the other side of the fence.
You're saying
true.
you want new meat?
I'm a fan of the meat. I'm a fan of the meat.
That would you go someone younger, someone older, a female?
Female's always the way to go, and
Oh,
especially in
yeah.
radio. Yeah.
You think you could handle a female boss?
I feel like I have one now with John Brennan. I'm joking about all of this. No,
I was gonna say, I
I
like-
don't ever want to rock the boat and anything. When things are going good, especially with John, I wouldn't want to rock
Yeah.
the boat at all.
And remember that like there was a time period where we had like 3 in the matter of 2 years or like 3 years. Like they were just rotating. It felt like
Oh yeah,
They could not
operations
figure out
managers.
operations manager.
Yeah.
No.
they just couldn't figure out. And then they would, promote someone, and then this person came, and then they let, and it was just like, like when you do that, I feel like you never get a rhythm, and you never get anything done.
You know what's weird to me? Guys who are upper management guys in other companies whose kids come to work here. Like we got a sales guy whose dad's like a big wig at iHeart. We had Dan Mason, who was the operations manager here.
Yeah.
His father was a big wig at CBS. Like
They're
I don't
moles.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't trust anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not. They're in here spying.
we had
Know that my son's loyalty is to me. That's it.
Right.
Then
So
I
if he
don't-
goes
say-
to work somewhere else, he's telling you all the inside
whatever I
stuff.
need to know, I'm
Yeah.
getting out of him.
Yeah, that position before John took it over was just a nonstop carousel of weirdos.
Oh, I remember them like introducing, and you had to go and do this thing, whatever. And then I would leave, and they go, "Where are you going?" I go, "This guy's not going to be here in 3 months. What am I listening
Yeah.
to? I don't care."
We had the Razzle Dazzle jeans,
Oh,
the guy who
yeah.
wanted to be on Broadway.
Yep. Yeah.
But like it literally, but like
Who, by
that,
the way, is still doing all of the stage shows.
With the lady with no shoes.
The lady
Yeah.
with no shoes, I go, get out of here. And then she so this lady comes in and she's like a big wig, big wig at the company, whatever. And she's not wearing shoes and she starts talking about lupus. And I go, I don't know what like on the first
From
day.
the Bad News Bears?
No. But I was just like, I don't know what we're doing
Yeah.
here. And by the way, she absconded with my signed autograph stuff.
I guarantee you that's
What-
in the building somewhere.
I guarantee she put it on eBay.
Yeah.
To buy some shoes.
What'd she put up? Your sticks?
She had to buy shoes. No, but I mean, like, that's so rude. They said, hey, we want to make it look really cool at the radio station, and Shark's going to put up some gold records and this, and if anybody has any signed autograph stuff, whatever. I was like, okay. You know what I brought in? I did bring in Hoobastank. They were popular on 97X, and I had a signed thing, and I don't like Hoobastank, and I was like, I don't care, take that. But I'm trying to think if I had anything else. I remember I looked at my AC/DC stuff, and I said, I'm not giving them that. There's no way.
You know, I just thought of is that I don't know where. It's over there. I see it now. I bought a gold record from Shark. It was Alice in Chains.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah, he was like he was selling a bunch of his stuff. I think before he went to move to Mexico.
Bought it from him.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't pay for it.
Yeah.
No, but he was selling a bunch of his like gold records and stuff before he moved. Like he was liquidating all that stuff. And I called him up and I was like, "Oh, I'll take that Alice in Chains one from you." And he's like, man, that's the one I wasn't sure if I was going to sell it.
Oh, good negotiator.
I got $50. Here you
Yeah.
go.
$50?
Well, I don't know. It was
Not
probably like
bad.
150, but yeah. I wanted that one. That was it.
What was the the Creed one? That's what Ralphie was like, you got a Creed gold record.
Robbie would make fun of me every time. Look at it. Sitting up there, sexy Jesus staring down at you in your office. Stupid Creed. Yeah, he would make fun of it every time. It's so funny you said that is because for some reason I've been thinking about Ralphie a lot lately.
Yeah.
And remember yesterday when I told you I had old voicemails? I found one from Ralphie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, man, I didn't know what it was. And he goes, hey, buddy, Ralphie, I love you. Just called to say it. And he was the sweetest. He was the sweetest. Stupid Ralphie.
Segura was on with Rogan, and they were talking about Ralphie because they were talking about the 5K and about Jelly Roll, and Jelly Roll losing the weight and da-da-da-da-da. And they were saying about how like big guys like that, and then they have super strong legs. And Joe Rogan was like, he goes, yeah, you remember Ralphie May? He goes, Ralphie May had the biggest calves in the world.
He had huge calves.
Because he's carrying
that
around.
body weight. Yeah.
And they all think Bert's going to die.
Oh, yeah.
My wife.
They're convinced.
My wife is she was like his stomach, she goes, that's where all your visceral fat is, that's what's all pressing against your organs and stuff. She was like very seriously concerned for him.
Yeah, the boo, like you see it in his face. The
What do you
booze.
think, TikTok doctor?
Yeah.
Well, I
He
was
needs some
gonna
ashwagandha.
Well, no, that belly, like your wife said, but the way it sticks out and the
Yeah.
way he's holding it, like you can tell one that's from alcohol, but it is concerning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're like, when's the last time he had his liver checked? What does that look like?
But he says,
Yeah.
he says
Yeah.
that he gets his blood work done and has all these different doctors and everything is great.
But I don't know. Can I just say something, Galvin? I just had my blood work done the other day, and it was great.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not in great shape. Like, how much is of an
Yeah.
indicator really is your blood work? My blood work
And are
was
they-
great.
That's
And
the
I was-
thing.
And I was going to say, is it great for you being
No,
your age and overweight, or is it great for the general population?
It gives you, for your age, it'll say for 53 years old, your average should be between, I'm just making it up, 1 and 5. And everything I had, I was like a 3 or 4. And then every once in a while, there's one that would creep up to like a 4.7. You're like, okay, that I got to watch. But everything else was like perfect. It was in the perfect. I'm not in perfect shape whatsoever. So I wonder how much the blood is really an indicator of a realistic judge of how healthy you are.
But they also said, Tom said that somebody said, I'd love to see the documentary on Bert's doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who is this guy that telling him he's in great shape?
Joe,
Yes,
can
Michael.
you find this on the internets? It's old news, so it should be easy to find.
No way.
But I want you to watch this.
I'll chop
Okay.
If
it.
you have
Pause.
not seen this.
Right?
I'm going to say, and Galvin, you have to have seen it because I think we talked about it on the show and I was unaware of what it was. Jelly Roll eating his booger.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
no, I remember Aaron Rodgers eating the booger.
Yeah.
No, but Aaron Rodgers was like, you weren't sure what he did. And you're like, did he just eat a booger? Jelly Roll gets it, rolls it, and puts it in his mouth.
No.
You have to, Carmen. You have to watch this.
Is it AI?
No,
Doctors
he's at
say
a,
that's not healthy.
He's at a speech. I want to say it might even be the president. I don't know. Somebody talking. You got to watch
Trump.
He's sitting next to Trump.
Trump. Yeah,
Or he's sitting behind Elon Musk and Trump.
yeah. Do you see it,
I don't want to see it.
Oh, no.
Right?
That can't be real.
Carmen? That's real.
That can't be real.
He got it, rolled it, and ate it.
Why?
It's making me I have not
I
even
know.
seen it, and the thought is making me.
I saw it the other day by accident, and I went, I think we've talked about this, but I've never seen it before.
You know what's
No.
making me gag is a jelly roll sitting behind the president.
Sitting by Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh man, that's how you lose the weight.
If that's true, I'd be picking like crazy.
That's the trick.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, what is the excuse for that?
You probably don't realize you're doing it.
Maybe, but you realize you put it in your mouth. Because
Maybe
I
not.
pick my
After
nose a
you
lot.
do it.
I pick my nose a lot. Like I do a lot of this. I'm always kind of,
Yeah.
self-conscious, but I'm not like,
Yeah.
throwing in like popcorn.
Yeah, maybe. Well,
Oh.
Oh, you're watching it, huh?
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing
Yeah.
it, and I'm almost gagging thinking about it.
You can't. You got to watch it.
I'm not
You
gonna
gotta
watch it now.
I can't unsee that.
Joe, is it on
It is.
YouTube
Yeah.
or whatever we're
I
on?
have it right here.
Okay,
No.
good.
But we are not broadcasting on YouTube right now.
Why?
This is we have to reconnect at the station. It's not
where,
me.
Where are we broadcasting? Anywhere?
No.
So you're just showing it to nothingness,
I'm recording
the
it.
void.
I'm recording it for later.
I just talked to the world and to encourage them to go watch it. And there's nothing for them to watch.
Well,
I did tell Joe before the thing happened. I don't know what happened. I refreshed like normal and then something reset. So I just have to go refresh.
Thank you, Carmen.
Yes.
So I checked on whether Jelly Roll actually ate his booger, and it says while there are reports a viral video suggesting Jelly Roll may have picked his nose and ingested the booger at a UFC event, so that's why he was there. That's why Trump and his wife Bunny clarified that he may have just been rolling it and flicking it. She stated that he has a little tick and picks his nose when he's nervous. The video shows him seemingly pick his nose behind President Trump, Kid Rock, Elon Musk at UFC 309.
Yeah. Nobody is doubting that he picked his nose and rolled it.
No.
He ate it.
Yeah.
He put it right in his mouth.
Because it's almost like a habit. Like if I, pick a booger and once I get rid of it, like I wipe my hands, like on my pants
I
first.
don't want to think about you
This
picking
is so
boogers.
great. Yeah, can
By
we
the
change
way,
the topic?
I just watched it. He 100% ate it.
He
Yes.
ate it. He ate it.
I can't watch it.
Is anybody surprised that guy ate a booger?
I mean, not really.
I mean, I'm surprised anybody over the age of 2 ate a booger, to be honest with you. I just...
Oh, it's making me really feel nauseous.
You know what's really messed up? We've all eaten a booger at one point.
Sure.
Yeah.
Probably.
purpose though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
On purpose.
when you're a
when you're
kid.
little, you have.
Okay.
You're like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Sure.
What do we got? I know we do
man.
some gross things as kids. I gotta be honest. I'm a little nauseous.
Yeah.
Trump is giving a speech right now to the troops in Qatar or Qatar, depending on who you ask, and I think he is addressing them by name because every once in a while, like he's up at the podium and there's a bunch of people in uniform behind him, and then every once in a while, one of them shoots up at attention. And I thought he was about to get assassinated.
Oh.
Because I'm just watching, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden the guy stands up behind him really quick, and I went, "Oh God, what's going on?"
And he's doing that casual hang on the podium thing.
Yeah.
And then he turns his head, especially whenever he's reading anything, because he'll be like, private, first class, whoever
Yeah.
it is. And he does his head back and forth.
He makes no secret that he's reading the teleprompter.
No.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
some
But he
presidents-
used to not. Remember, he was like, "I'm not a teleprompter guy." Remember,
But
he
I-
went out, he wouldn't use the prompter.
But like some people, they'll talk and they kind of subtly look at
Right.
it. Where
Right.
Trump just turns and you can tell
Yeah.
he's just reading what it
Yeah.
says.
Well, the one thing saved his life. Remember? He
Yeah.
went to turn to
That's
look at
true.
it, and that's why the bullet grazed his ear.
Did it, or did the teleprompter hit his ear?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I still think it was a teleprompter.
Well, you can see the damage
Yeah, I think
it-
he got hit by plastic or glass.
on his ear. You can see it's clearly scarred.
Right, with glass. Glass got him.
No, and he's a pussy.
Oh.
Right? I mean,
I
if you
didn't say
don't
that.
take a bullet.
I mean, he doesn't know. If I were him, I'd be saying bullet too.
Sure.
Yeah, you don't know. He's bleeding from
If
the
somebody shot at me
Yeah.
and something hit my ear, a bullet hit my ear.
ear. Yeah.
Remember, he had the big bandage on at the convention.
Yeah.
And everybody else was wearing
And,
bandages.
and then he healed like Wolverine the next day. It was
Do
amazing.
you remember that idiots
Yeah.
were in the crowd with
Yeah.
bandages on their ears?
What is your life?
So funny. That's so
Not
funny.
just one either.
Yeah.
No, there was a
them.
bunch of people in band
A
showing
bunch
solidarity.
of people were cosplaying the president
Right.
getting shot.
Well, like his whole ear was wrapped up, and then
Yeah.
like it was healed like 2 days
Like,
later.
that guy just shot up again and it made me nervous. The bald guy in the background. He went down, then he got back up again.
Yeah,
Joe,
but-
Joe Rogan over his shoulder there?
Yeah.
They're on the base. There ain't nothing happening on the
No,
base.
no, but every once in a while it just
Yeah,
catches
yeah.
my eye and I'm like, what just happened? What's going on? No, I mean, you say it's nothing happened on the base, but that's the one place where you can have guns around and nobody's going to suspect them.
Yeah,
All right,
Yeah.
look, he's going down.
somebody would have to go rogue.
Oh, man. All right, we got a good show today. I checked yesterday. No Cody Tucker books.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Although I did get my Stephen King book. Jesus Christ, that thing is big. And then I found out there was a TV show. Might as well just watch the TV show. James Franco, I guess, was in the show. It was on Hulu, and it was about a guy who goes back in time and tries to stop the Kennedy assassination, which I thought was such a great idea for a Stephen King book. So I ordered the book. Then I got the book, and goddamn, if it's not 2 feet thick.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, James Franco did the TV show, and I just watch the show.
You could actually sit and read a whole book like that.
No, I didn't expect it to be that big. I mean, yeah, I can, but I could
but
also run a 5K.
You would
and
actually
do
enjoy that? Like, I don't know.
No, I probably will. Like, my problem is getting started. Once I get 20 pages in, I can't put it down. But
Really?
it's those first 20 pages that get me going.
Yeah, I can't read books.
Yeah, I read. You'd be surprised, Gio. I went to the bookstore not too long ago, saw a book that I thought was interesting, bought it, and read the whole thing in a day and a half. It wasn't that thick like this one, but I mean, I just banged it out and just sitting down in the living room for a couple minutes.
The last book I read cover to cover was Donnie Brasco because it had all the references to holiday
Tampa.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah, you get that in Goodfellas too. In the book that they made Goodfellas about Wise Guy.
Yeah,
There's a lot of Chachio Tampa references up there from
was-
the 80s.
some good stuff.
Yeah. Cody Tucker's going to join us on the show, and then April Macy will be here, 9 o'clock hour?
9 o'clock, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we got a good show planned out. We'll have the Open Letter Rewind coming up next. We got several chances for you to win today. We got Metallica tickets. We have $1,000 in the Bone Bonus keyword. All that stuff happening this morning. Let's get the show rolling. The Open Letter Rewind into Sporkle next on 102.5 The Bone. Spanish is going to AA.
Okay.
I don't know about that, though.
Oh, he's in it.
But maybe he had been because remember he had that thing.
No, anyway, Spanish is going to AA, and Shark is racist. Oh
Wait.
my God.
That's true.
Shark is racist.
Did you guys find this? Were you guys listening to
So the
Sad Weirdos this
Sad
weekend?
Weirdos. No, Sad Weirdos came up on my Instagram. I mean, on my YouTube feed, like a short, and
Okay.
it's recent. It's just from like a couple of days ago.
Probably like this last Saturday.
Right, and Spanish is talking about what it's like to go to group therapy and
Okay.
going in there and telling people he's an alcoholic and doing all this stuff. So, like Galvin pointed out, the timeline may be off, but it appeared to me, according to this, that he's doing it now, but I could be wrong.
Right. It could
And-
have been old.
Yeah, and then evidently he has a new job that he got fired from, and was out. So according to him, he got fired because they outsourced his job to Africa, to which Shark called the guy who took his job Kunta Kinte,
Nope.
which is a
Right?
name of a slave from Roots here in the United States, and then began to do the voice on the phone like, hello, thank you for calling, boo, 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 like that. Shark is really... Meanwhile, Shark's got his wizard hair down. I didn't know it was grand wizard hair. Oof. My word.
He's taking off a Joe.
I mean,
That's the Joe look.
Joe.
His hair looks wild when he takes the hood off, huh?
Don't bite my style.
There can only be one, Joe.
Thank
There
you.
can only be one white
Yeah,
wizard.
that's true.
Does Joe have shark hair or does Shark have Joe hair?
Oh, who's older?
mm,
Joe's older.
Joe's had
Shark's had long hair though, as long as I've known him.
Joe too.
Yeah.
Joe's used to be down to his ass.
No, Joe had when Joe used to have
Back
short
in
hair.
the day, though.
In the 90s.
In
Yeah,
the
90s,
90s.
yeah.
Yeah. So when did Shark have?
Shark was just trying to grow his pubes. Joe was already getting his hair down to the middle of his back.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think you've got shark hair.
This is like his fourth long hair.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
This is my, exactly. At least third or fourth.
Yeah.
My son is trying to grow his hair out,
Yeah.
but his hair grows up.
Oh,
Doesn't
yeah.
grow down. He's
and
got just a huge afro.
Well, he
Joe-
used to have the long hair,
He did,
like
but
Troy Polamalu.
yeah, but it took forever to get it long.
Right.
And now he's trying to grow it out for like a year now, and it's just growing up. It's
I feel like
puffy.
once you have it braided and you let it out, then it just goes up instead of
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. He's got the braid. I like the braid so much better than his puffy afro. I mean, I really couldn't care less either way, but it is difficult hair to maintain. Do your kids wear do-rags?
No.
Both my kids and my son's girlfriend wear it to bed.
To sleep, right?
To sleep, yeah.
Yeah.
You too?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, they're silk.
Yeah.
They're not do-rags.
That
Yeah.
way,
They're
when you wake
like
up,
silk
your hair
covers.
isn't all tangled
My
up.
wife wears one of those.
All the kids wear them.
Yeah.
It's a
I didn't know.
bonnet.
I walked into Joey's room and him, his girlfriend, and Juliana all wearing the silk things on their head.
So I wore one when I had extensions, but now I just switched to a silk pillowcase.
What does it do?
It helps your hair like from breaking off and getting
not all
frizzy
frizzy.
and stuff like that. Yeah, it's basically for hair health.
I wear a shower cap.
Yeah,
no,
right to bed.
that's
Yeah.
not
Right.
good.
Smother it in plastic.
I think my wife wears it, and then she says it cuts down in the morning the amount of time just to
Yeah.
do her hair.
Yeah, my wife has a silk pillowcase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's so foreign to me.
Well,
Well, it's
Now-
not a bad thing. It's foreign to me. I don't know anything about
but
it.
also I don't know how much you're worried about your hair.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm worried about it. I am worried about it. Trust me. All right, we got a lot of things to give away. Carmen, what are those things?
Yes, we have tickets for Stained.
Yeah.
We have tickets for Ringo Starr.
Yeah.
Mike
That's a
Cam-
Beatle, by the way.
Yeah.
You take advantage of that. Go see that Beatle.
Mike Campbell.
Mike Campbell is not a Beatle. He was a heartbreaker.
That's true.
And Cage the Elephant.
The
with
Legends.
Nope, with Next Big Thing Legends.
Oh.
I think you're.
That is the way they wrote it.
Say
they
it,
did
say it again.
Yeah,
say it
but
again.
It's
What's on the
Next
paper?
Big Thing Legends with Cage the Elephant.
They are one of the legends.
Yeah.
Right.
Is what they're
That's
trying
what
to
they're
say.
trying to say.
But they didn't say it right. They're saying there's legends, and then there's also Cage the Elephant.
So you think it should be Next Big Thing Legends starring
Featuring.
Right. Featuring, starring,
Well, I would say-
headlining.
Yeah, I would
Do
say
we know who the other legends are?
Yeah, Bob McAdoo and the do's.
Oh.
No, it's something like a
The
name.
Dizzy Do or something.
Remember, because we said it and we were like,
Didgeridoos?
no idea what this is. Hang on.
I've got it. It's Dexter,
There you go. In the Midnight Runners. Nope.
Dexter and the Moon Rocks and Girl Tones.
Legends. Those
Yeah.
are
So
legends?
who are the legends?
Cage the Elephant.
But they said legends with Cage the
Is
Elephant.
is legends a way of saying they've been there before? Like if 98 Rock did a gig and they'd say "Shine Legends Shine Down"
Yeah.
Yes.
because they're like the house band.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're like legends of Next Big Thing
because they've played it before.
because they've played
Right.
it before.
You want to have legends of Next Big Thing? Have 21 Pilots.
Yeah, those are legends. Yeah, I'll even give you 30 Seconds to Mars.
I'm guessing they probably can't afford 21 Pilots
Anymore.
since they do full arenas now.
The legend.
Well, I
of-
thought these guys were doing full arenas.
Yeah, but they're on the up. Cage the Elephant's probably on the down.
the legend of Cage the Elephant.
And they're probably doing like one night. You know what I mean? Or like 21 Pilots and stuff like that. Like, they do like 2 or 3 nights.
If you want those garbage tickets, they're up for grabs with the rest of them. So here we go. Let's do it right now. A little bit of Sporkle. How many in a row am I going for now? 7?
How many now? Little
Hey,
JP
Raj.
there.
Yeah,
7 in a row.
yeah.
Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. I am the current champion. Carmen, what are we playing today?
All right, today we're going to be playing song title endings in G. Can you finish the song titles that end with a G word?
As Andrew
Okay?
Dice Clay would say.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Your first one, like a...
Virgin. Good.
That is not a G. Far East Movement. Like a blank.
Girl.
Like a goose.
Like a G6.
Like a G6.
Half point.
No point. Back on the chain,
Gang.
Not.
Mike.
A gang.
Again. Again.
Octopuses,
Garden.
Mike.
Ringo Starr.
The devil went down to
Georgia.
Geo. Okay.
All right.
In the Elvis Presley.
Ghetto.
pronounced-
Galvin.
It's pronounced get to.
By the way, Shark loves that song. Right?
Your next one. Brown Eyed.
Girl.
Gio. Fat Bottom.
Girls.
Galvin. All I have to.
Give.
Gio. Backstreet Boys. Get it. Raise your.
Glass.
Mike. The Edge of.
Glory.
Gio. Lip. Lil
Gloss.
Mama. Yes.
Oh, I
Galvin.
know, Lil Mama.
Stuck like
Glue.
Gio
Gio's on fire.
and Pap. We're halfway there.
Galvin and Michael both have 3 points on the board. And
Oh, that
Gio,
can't be right.
That's true. And Gio is your surprising leader. He's winning with 5.
That can't be right.
Carmen, can you turn the music down just a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
You turn the music up a little bit.
You know what?
I'm on a roll.
All right, these are song titles ending in G words. Your next one, Wake Me Up
Go.
Before
Go, go.
You Go, is what is on the paper. Galvin. Rap, Eminem.
God.
Mike. There She
Ghost.
Gio. Heart of.
Glass.
I was looking for Heart of Gold.
Ah, the other one.
No point. Since You've
Gone.
Been. Gio. Johnny B.
Good.
Galvin.
Galvin's just getting louder.
That too.
I was definitely ahead of him.
Pap.
No.
Ah,
Know what?
No what?
No. You were not ahead of him.
All right.
So Galvin remains with the point.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard
Okay,
Gio.
there you go.
I heard Kunta Kinte.
Oh, boy.
Your next one, Holy
Ghost.
Ah, what an idiot. You
Jay-Z.
yelled it super loud.
featured
Grail.
just Grail.
Ah.
Mike.
You got it wrong too.
I didn't get it wrong. I didn't answer.
La. ZZ Top.
Grange.
Grange.
Mike.
It's La.
And Pap.
Oh.
We're on the last 3.
Galvin has 5 points on the board. Michael ahead by 1 with 6. And Gio is your leader by 1. He's winning with 7.
All right. Song titles ending in G. Last 3. Here we go. I heard it through the
Great.
Grapevine.
Oh,
Grapevine.
yeah. Damn it.
Mike. Higher.
Ground.
Mike.
Ooh, are they tied? I'm out.
Nope. I passed them.
Yeah. Mike has got 8. Gio's got 7. You have 5.
Oh, I'm still in.
What's wrong, Gio?
Huh?
What's wrong?
Nothing.
What,
Joe blew his tires out.
And your last one. Teardrops on my Taylor Swift. G word. Teardrops on my
Gumdrops.
Grave.
I don't know.
guitar. Teardrops on my guitar.
Yeah.
So sad.
So did I win?
Your final score.
Some would say that.
Galvin with 5 points on the board. Gio with 7. And Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won by 1 with 8.
That was a fantastic come from behind win. 7 in a row.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me, what are you mad at? Are you mad at me? I didn't do it.
I feel like I got the one that was given to Galvin, but it's fine. It happens all the time.
I mean, I did. I don't remember.
Now wait, is this 7?
No.
No.
Okay.
What is it? 5 of 7.
Four.
So it's 4
4
of your
so
5.
4 of
Okay.
5.
So you have one rule.
I was the last person to beat Mike, and that was 2 weeks ago.
Oof.
Yeah.
What are the year-to-date totals?
You have 56. Galvin has 25. I've got 8.
So I've doubled.
The evidence would lead us to believe that.
Thank you. I don't know why you can't appreciate my success. But anyway, congratulate me as the Pope, please.
Michael, you've got 8 wins in a row tomorrow.
He's not Jamaican.
He might be.
He could be.
He's not a Jamaican
He
vampire.
could be. He could be.
Oh, Michael.
The shark would not like him.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Hey, good job there, Mike. You really did pretty good there. We'll go see the Bears and Dominus Probiscus.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mm.
Good morning. Who's this?
Matt.
Matt, you're the winner, buddy.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
You gonna go see Cage the Elephant?
No, I'm actually going to take my girlfriend to go see Ringo Starr. She's a huge Beatles fan.
But the other ones are legends. I'm
Yeah.
only kidding. I'm gonna put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break, and we'll hook you up with your Ringo tickets, buddy. Good job. Hold on.
Ringo ain't no legend.
He's on line 8, Carmen.
Got it.
Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, stay home, kill the wife, keep the dog, and price per song.
All right. Galvin has your news. We'll take a quick break, come back, and we'll do that next. April Macy will be here in the 9 o'clock hour. Cody Tucker will join us in the 8 o'clock hour, as he usually does on Thursdays. It's the Mike Calta Show. News is next on 102.5 The Bone. I heard some blasphemy the other day
What's that?
by stupid Mo.
I got to tell you, he loves to take dumb takes about stuff. And, listen, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Except Mo.
But he talks about music like he's a very accomplished musician.
Right, like he's an authority. Same way
Yeah.
he talks about radio and comedy.
Yeah.
Like he's done something.
Yeah. And, okay, what was his hot take?
They were doing it was a bit I talked about yesterday that they did. It was the worst song by a good band.
Okay.
And it started off with Stevie Wonder's I Just Called to Say I Love You, which is a pretty horrendous song when you look at Stevie Wonder's catalog, but in itself, a very catchy song.
Yeah,
and
pop,
yeah,
bubblegum.
but probably, for a guy who did Superstition and Sir Duke and all that, that whole album, Songs in the Key of Life, that one is pretty awful. Then they went on to say the Beastie Boys Fight for Your Right to Party is their worst song, which I wholeheartedly agree with that. He said Styx's Blue Collar Man was a that's what I said. I was like, are you kidding me?
He's just an idiot. Because I would actually take Blue Collar Man to point out how good Styx is.
That's what I thought. And then also, he said Blue Collar Man and Rush's Working Man were both terrible songs. He said, I said,
God.
you don't know what you're talking about.
You know what he says too, and this is always stuck in my craw, and I swear that he tweeted it just to try and annoy me.
Yeah.
He talks about how Neil Peart is the best drummer, and he goes, and people that say John Bonham, nobody ever talks about John Bonham's drums with Led Zeppelin. And I'm like, what are you talking about, you lunatic?
Like most people who play drums will go back to John Bonham's
100%.
the way he played.
But also, that's like a huge part of Led Zeppelin that people talk about all the time.
Right.
He's saying that whenever people talk about Rush, they talk about how great the drums are. Nobody ever does that with Led Zeppelin. And it's like,
I have to tell you, that just
if you're trolling me, it worked.
right.
You think he's specifically trolling you?
Yeah. I got to tell you, Blue Collar Man, it's so funny that he would say Blue Collar Man because I reference Blue Collar Man and I go, listen to the drums, listen to the outro drums, how crazy and phonetic it is. And it all fits in that song and it's so perfect. That's a great song.
Like when I hear that song come on the radio, I go, ooh, and I make it a little louder. Like it's one of those songs.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the perfect culmination of keyboards and guitar and
Anytime the song kicks in with a ooh, I love that. That's one of my favorite. Like Metallica does it, Styx does it. Anytime you get a good ooh in there, it's great.
ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, Metallica owns the ooh. Ooh. Yeah. But I hire and fire people around here.
Yeah.
I'm canceling Mo's music show.
Yeah.
Oh,
You should.
Cancel it. That's
Cancel.
ridiculous.
Canceled.
Sorry, guys.
Ugh.
But not the racist show.
No, the Sharks Kunta Kinte show can stay on.
God.
Man.
Shark slave auction.
Yeah.
On the
Oh my
weekends.
God. we were listening to that, and he said that, and we all went, "Oh!"
I mean, my shoulders went up.
yeah, we were like, "Oh!"
God. When you repeated it, Carmen went, no.
Yeah.
Like, you can't.
And I was gonna say it takes a lot for any of us to
to get like we know we could say a bunch of stuff, and then somebody will say the S word, and we'll all go, "Oh!" Like we all know what to listen for.
Right.
That was one of the things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
said
like,
ashwagandha, and we all went, "Was that bad?
Yeah.
Was that bad?"
like Carmen is saying, it takes a lot to offend us.
Right.
So when you
Oh,
hear
no.
that and, just bam. By the way, every time you play Doshi, the beginning. Dochi in the beginning, I don't, it's just gibberish, but it sounds like she's saying dirty stuff.
I haven't played Dochi.
No, not today.
Never. She curses too much.
What's the other song that's
You're thinking about the Korean drinking game.
What's the Korean drinking game?
Oh, you don't know the one that you play? It's the upbeat poppy song. I do not.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Bruno Mars.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought that was Doechii.
But there's a girl.
There's a girl. Yeah.
And
Okay.
But
she's saying something, and I every time I'm like, is she talking about?
no,
body parts?
she.
Oh, that sticks.
But no, yeah. No, so she came out and she explained it. It's a very common drinking game in Korea.
Yeah. Doesn't it mean the apartment?
Yeah.
So it's taking back the apartment.
I don't know what they curse in here.
Yeah.
So shut it.
By the way, the rest of that song sounds a lot like the Ting Tings.
Yeah, it's a very very upbeat poppy.
Kids love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. But
Did that become popular because of TikTok? Because
I
it
don't
sounds
know.
like a good TikTok song.
I don't know. I just my daughter says, "Hey, play this," and then after that plays, other things come in rotation, and I just get used to hearing things.
Doesn't Doechii do a lot? Is it Doechii?
Doechii,
Yeah, okay.
CHI.
Doesn't she do a lot of noises and sounds?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought
She's
so.
wonderful.
She
but I
does, like,
can't
growls
play
and
any.
stuff.
I can't play any Doechii on this because it's too dirty. Too dirty. From
Dirty
the beginning.
Doechii.
It's so hot, so dirty. So I don't even know that if she's hot or not. I just the things that she
She's pretty.
says. Yeah, the things that she says though is sexy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is 7:17 in the morning. At 8 o'clock, we'll give you an opportunity to win $1,000 with the Bone Bonus keyword. April Macy will be here in the 9 o'clock hour, and as usual on Thursdays, we'll check in with Cody Tucker, internet superstar / author / Joe Rogan guest. Right now, though, time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's top story: hopes that Ukraine and Russia's leaders would meet for peace talks in Turkey today were dashed as the Kremlin leader Vladimir Putin and White House counterpart Donald Trump opted to skip the trip.
Oh.
Ukrainian President Zelensky had come under pressure from Trump to participate in talks in Istanbul, but had said he would only do so if Russian president was president. Russian President Putin had signaled last Sunday that he was willing to hold direct negotiations with Ukrainian President Zelensky without any preconditions in Istanbul this week. The Russian leader had not confirmed he would attend the talks in person, however, and Putin's name was notably absent when the Kremlin confirmed the delegation confirmed the delegation it would be sending to Istanbul late on Wednesday evening.
So he just said he's not going.
Yeah.
He just changed his mind.
He said he would,
And then he changed his mind.
but then he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Well, they want to cease fire, and Putin will not give them a ceasefire.
Yeah, but I mean, was that the power move to say I'll be there
Probably.
and then just not show up?
That's kind of what Putin does.
It's working for him.
And what are you going to do?
Yeah, and he's just taking countries.
Yeah.
He's just going in there.
Nobody will stand up to him.
No.
Not even Trump.
Because he'll be the one to be like,
Yeah.
hit the button. It's crazy. I don't know. This is so foreign to me now. Ukraine. Like, I can't believe it's still going on. I don't really know anything about it. I don't know what we're doing in it, and I don't even care anymore. I'm just being honest.
Yeah. I mean, at some
I
point,
feel bad for the Ukrainian people, but I also don't see it. I don't really care about it.
I mean, at some point, we have invested interest because we give the gems or whatever that Trump was going after.
Minerals, not
Minerals.
gems, not
Minerals.
Zelda.
Then, then we'd have invested interest.
They need
Right.
it for the Infinity.
Yeah.
Yeah. The gauntlet.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know that we need it. I know that Tesla needs it too. They need it for the batteries in the cars and all those things, and that's what basically what everybody wants. And we were striking a deal so that we can get the mineral rights, so we can go, all right, we'll go defend you now.
You can't tell me that in 2025, with all the AI stuff that we're doing, all the advancements in technology and everything else, that we can't figure out how to duplicate those minerals and elements that we need. That we can't, have synthetic ones. That we
I
can't.
think it takes too long.
I'm sure we can have
I
synthetic
know.
ones, but to have the natural resource.
They're making diamonds. They're making diamonds in labs. You know what I mean? Like they got to be able to figure that out.
Right, but how long did it take for them to get to that point? You know what I mean?
4 weeks.
No.
Yeah, I
But
talked to a guy.
I'm just saying they probably are trying to figure that out, but it also like the synthetic ones probably takes, longer to make than just going over there and getting them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand any of it, and I'm not embarrassed to say it. I think most of the people in this country feel the same way. We don't really know exactly what's going on. We never get the truth on anything anyway, and it's just a matter of it doesn't really matter until we're involved.
Yeah.
Once we get involved, then all of a sudden it becomes something.
And this also seems like it's just a D war between Putin and Zelensky.
But no,
Like-
it's Putin flexing his D,
right.
and Zelensky not having much of a D to fight back.
But also not caving or not giving in or not even trying. He's just like, well, screw it. We're just all going to die, I guess. We're just
Yeah.
going to keep dying to fight for what we, you know what I mean? But
That's where I feel bad for the Ukrainian people.
Right.
Because they're like, we're just trying to go to work.
But it's also, Carmen, it's kind of, do you give in and then you die anyways because they're going to take over and do whatever they want? Or do you at least fight? You know what I mean? That's the rock and the hard place that they're kind of stuck in type of thing.
I get it. Like I said, I get it. But at some point, like how many people are going to die before you're like, okay, let's try and come to a compromise or try to come to a resolution.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Russia doesn't care.
Right.
They don't
Yeah.
care how many people
Then
die on either
you
side.
have, hey, we're going to have talks here tomorrow. All right, I'll be there. Nope, didn't come.
yeah.
No, we'd
Yeah.
rather take over your entire country.
Yeah.
Vladimir Putin is like Macho Man Randy Savage in the WCW back in the way. I'll be there Monday. Change my mind. It's not gonna go.
By the way, Mo is trolling me. That son of a bitch.
Why?
He just sent me a winky face emoji.
That just means he's gay.
I just wrote back, "You're the worst" with a thumbs down.
I canceled his music show.
Good, thank you.
Just
I
Ian and
appreciate it.
Josh now.
You hear that, Mo? You're out. Personal injury attorney, aka the godfather of medical marijuana, John Morgan, might soon add another title to the list. Candidate for governor.
Yeah.
Morgan, the billionaire founder of one of the world's largest injury law firms, was in Tallahassee on Wednesday pondering a possible 2026 gubernatorial bid. If he runs, Morgan says it would be as a third-party candidate, launching a campaign and a brand new party in the process. To jumpstart that effort, he says he's planning a contest after Memorial Day weekend with a cash prize for anyone who can come up with the perfect name.
Oh,
He does not win at all, and there's no way his skeletons in his closet get past an election. There's no way.
What
I mean,
skeletons, though?
it
Like,
worked-
do you know them or do you just
Yes.
know that someone, like everyone has skeletons?
He is a known drinker, and I have read articles with him in Orlando where he's been interviewed where they've outright asked him if he's an alcoholic. I'm guessing now a lot of those times when you have one thing, it leads to other things. If you're I don't want to start speculating what they could be, but I have a feeling that there'll be other skeletons, too many, and that he probably would have already run for some sort of office if he felt that wouldn't be a hindrance and it wouldn't be embarrassing for him and his business and his family. It's my opinion. I don't believe he does this. I think this is all just
if you've got enough money, you can get votes.
100%.
Yeah.
Rick Scott proved that. He had more money than anybody, and he ended up being governor after being involved in the largest insurance scam ever in the history of the country.
But here's the difference. There's a big difference. Insurance scam that people don't quite understand and just see it as a insurance fraud thing, and then also he was fined and he paid for it. All that stuff is much different than if you get caught. And again, I'm making this up. This isn't happen necessarily with John Morgan. You get caught cheating on your wife. You get caught in a DUI. You get caught one of those things. It's much more embarrassing to the
Do
people.
we not know who the president of the United States is right now and all the skeletons that are hit? People don't care about that stuff anymore.
I think they do.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
remember-
so.
Trump just appointed Pirro,
Yeah.
and her husband was like in a huge lawsuit and all this stuff that happened with him. I forget exactly what it was, but
Look at Hegseth, like all the stuff. Like I really think people do not care about that stuff
This is
anymore.
in a much smaller community
I mean,
than it is.
Governor of one of the largest states.
Yeah,
I think if you've got enough money now, all that you can buy your way out of anything.
And there's been so many politicians and other people that have had drug and alcohol scandals. It doesn't mean anything. Like
right.
Yeah.
I feel like now the American people just go, yeah. Well, I mean, they're running for governor, so that's the thing.
I have to point this out legally. I'm not saying that John Morgan is bringing scandals with him. What I'm saying is that a guy who has that much money and has been in that small town as long as he has and has been as powerful as he has, you don't want things to come out. There's things that you don't want to come out during an election for embarrassing reasons. And that is my opinion on what could hurt him. I don't think that he wants to go through that because in addition to him wanting to run for governor, he also has a wildly successful business that he is the face of. And I know that he has 3 sons that are carrying on that business now. And do you want your
people love power, though, man?
Power,
and that's what it is
for sure.
Look, Donald Trump is the perfect example. He was rich, and everybody liked him, and successful businesses, and now half the country hates him, and all the scandals and stuff. Even
but also the thing with Morgan is him running for governor. Obviously, he didn't just decide yesterday, I should do this, and didn't think about that. Of course, he thought about all that stuff.
Why didn't he do it before?
But also, that's just going to make him more powerful.
Yeah.
His name out there is bigger than what people hear about.
And this has kind of been rumored for several.
Sure. Why
elections.
didn't it happen before?
Because he had to tie up all the loose ends.
I don't believe those ends are tied up yet, and I think that could be.
But with someone with that much money, you know what I
money.
mean? Like you put a plan into place, and they're like, all right, it's going to take this amount of time to get where we need to go before we can launch this.
Are you saying he won't win, or are you saying he won't run?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Both.
Yeah,
I don't think
he won't win is a different thing
he
from him
talks
not
about running.
Yeah.
And because it makes him more powerful to say he's going to run and makes him a threat to the system and to the Democratic Party, and I definitely think that if he runs, he doesn't win.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't. A third-party candidate running against DeSantis and whoever else is.
But also, he may 100% know that he's not going to run, and he's putting it out there so people will be like, "Hey, if you don't run, we'll do this and do this and do this for you."
And it could be a very great power move. Sure.
Plus, who else would he be running with that would have more money than him? Probably nobody. Exactly.
Nobody. I mean, he's got to be. He's certainly one of the richest guys in the state.
What's his name? Byron Donald. He's the one that Trump said endorsed for the Republican side. The Democrats in Florida are a complete just mess, non-existent.
Yeah, he definitely have to run as a third party guy.
I mean, if he's got the pockets, man, I would not be surprised. People just don't care anymore.
Yeah,
about character issues.
We'll see.
Listen, most importantly, I want to win this contest. Let's start coming up with some slogans. Let's get this going.
I'm sure it worked for Elon Musk, giving away $1 million at a rally.
The TSA is quietly cracking down on lithium-ion batteries. They're officially banning them from checked luggage. And while they're allowed in carry-ons, there's restrictions like being under 100 watt hours and having clearly visible labels.
What is? I don't even know what I have. Is that my iPad? What's in a lithium-ion battery?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe iPads. I don't know what all has lithium-ion batteries in it. Laptops, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I would assume in a laptop. I don't know if it's also in the iPads or what's keeping those things on. I have an iPad that I hardly ever use, and I check it maybe once a month, and it always has charge. Always charged.
A lot of portable electronics like smartphones, laptops, larger vehicles. And,
what are they just bursting into flames? Is that why they're trying to keep them out?
Yeah, I think there's a possibility of that if they get broken or.
Got it. Let's worry about air traffic control first. Let's get them planes landed and keep the system on.
Land some planes in Newark and then worry about the batteries. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers 2025 schedule was released along with the rest of the NFL yesterday. It features 4 stellar primetime matchups, including 2 Monday Night Football games against back-to-back divisional champions at the Houston Texans in Week 2 and at Detroit Lions in Week 7, with the Lions game being the 4th time in 3 seasons these two have faced off. At no point, Gio, did they say that they're going to be playing on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, where did that come from?
That came from somebody that was like local.
Yeah.
I mean, how embarrassing to be there saying that it's going to happen and have inside information and not even be close.
They said they had a reliable source and he got picked up.
Did that come from DAE?
Yeah.
The home of the Buccaneers?
Yeah.
The sports. people.
Idiots.
Yeah.
That's got to be. I almost feel bad for that guy.
Why?
Because I don't feel bad, but like, oof, that's a tough one.
You can't put your balls on the line if you don't know the information is legit.
When you've got when you say you've got a reliable source and you're putting it out there and it's going to get picked up on social media,
You can't rely on that person anymore.
And then you get burned by that person. That's got to be. Oh,
You said Kobe died. People lost their mind. Kobe did die. You said
all
Rolling
within a matter of 3 weeks. I said Kobe died, and everybody was like, "Where you're getting this from is you're perpetuating a lie."
You said
It was
Rolling
true.
Stones were playing at Raymond James Stadium.
Yeah.
Right, and then everybody got mad at me for that because I wasn't supposed to know that.
Yeah, and then you said that the first
The
case.
best is the promoter called Mike Olivero and demanded to find out how I knew about that. Mike Olivero was like, "This is what he does. He knows these things. He's connected to the community." It's so crazy. I remember the Hard Rock had Sammy Hagar coming, was like the first show to their arena, and I called to see if I can get tickets to that, and they were like, "How does he know about that?" And I go, "What's the difference?" And they were like, "Well, we're not giving you the tickets until you know about it." I was like, "All right, forget about it then. I don't know what you want me to
feel
do."
your sources,
Right, and then the other thing was
first case of COVID in Florida was in Sarasota.
Yeah.
But when you flex it, I've got a reliable source that says the Bucks will play on Thanksgiving, and then it's completely false.
Can I tell you the only time that I did that I fell a little short was because I didn't have the right reason.
Yeah,
Was Stamkos leaving the bubble? But I was right about it, but I had the wrong reason. And I actually think that I might have even known the right reason, but for the right reasons, I didn't say anything about it. But I knew, and I was right, and I put it out there, and the Lightning were like, "Nope, Calta's wrong," and I'm like, "No, maybe I'm not. Maybe you guys just don't know."
Yeah.
But I'm pretty good with my sources. My biggest story that I ever broke was that the Bucks got rid of Keyshawn when they had like 3 games left, because I got that directly from One Buck Place, and I was like, it's got to go on the air immediately.
Shut him down.
I busted on the air and it was Scott Brantley and Ronnie Lane's show, and I got guys. We were breaking news. I didn't even run it past anybody because I knew it was true.
Would you like to go through the Bucks schedule and predict your wins and losses?
Yes.
Because how did you do last year? I forget.
Excellent. I'm pretty sure I went to the Super Bowl.
No.
Yeah, I won fantasy. I think.
All right, week 1, Atlanta Falcons.
We beat.
And
the
I don't
Falcons.
know whether this is home or away. I could
That's
find that
away.
out.
That's the first 2 games are on the road.
Okay,
That's I like that. I like playing the division rival
Yep.
early on.
so that's a win.
That's a win.
All right,
Michael Penix in his 3rd start at QB ever.
Yep.
Go in there, win.
Win.
All right, then you got Monday Night Football against the Texans.
That unfortunately is a loss. On the road, Monday Night Football. You're coming off a great win against your division, and then CJ Stroud lights you up.
Yeah, I have to
At
agree
home.
with that too.
All right, that's a loss. All right, then you go New York Jets.
We
Win.
beat the Jets.
Yeah, that's
That's a win.
we're
All
back,
right.
baby.
Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know if you heard about them.
We
They
beat
did
the
pretty good
Eagles.
last
We
year.
beat the
Oh,
Eagles.
really?
Yeah, we beat the Eagles. This is the one. This is where everybody goes, "Wow, the Bucks are real."
I do
Okay.
think we beat the Eagles as well.
All right. 3-1 right now. Then Seattle Seahawks.
That's tough. That's a loss.
I think no, I think that's a win.
Okay, I say loss.
All right, I'm gonna put Gio's over here. So Gio has that. Mike has that. All right, so let's see. Okay. All right, and then
Everybody goes, "Remember last week when we thought the Bucks were real?"
San Francisco 49ers.
That's another tough one. Where is that?
That's October 12th.
That's out, I believe, in San Francisco
In the home of the Super Bowl.
on the road. I think the Bucks taking their loss.
I agree with that.
That's a loss.
Oh, this is gonna be a rough season.
All right, you guys both say loss on that one. Okay, and then you have Monday Night Football again. Detroit Lions.
Oh boy.
Detroit Lions. We go. The Bucks go into Detroit again. Baker Mayfield throws 5 touchdowns.
Wow.
Bucks win.
Bucks win, according to Gio. Mike.
I think they win, but I don't think they throw 5 touchdowns.
This is when the conversation starts that the Bucks are one of the best teams in the NFC.
All right. Then New Orleans Saints.
Win.
Yeah,
Garbage.
That's a win. Then they're garbage. I don't
Easy
know.
easy
We
win.
Need to call names, but all right. Week 9 is a bye week, and then you have them going against New England Patriots.
That's
rested, and we destroy them.
Yeah, that's a win.
That's a win. I'll destroy. Okay. Buffalo Bills.
Going
tough.
to Buffalo.
That's at Buffalo. Yeah.
That's the game I'm thinking about going to
Ooh.
in November.
Make sure you wear your Bucks jersey.
Oh man,
That's a loss.
Mike says loss.
no, that's a win.
That's a
Screw
loss.
you, Josh
Gio says
Allen.
win.
That's a win.
in Buffalo.
That's a
Josh
win
Allen.
in Buffalo.
You're voting with your heart, not your head, Gio.
Yep.
Not with your money.
I
Put
know,
money on it.
I know Josh
Yeah.
Allen is the league MVP current rating, but I don't care.
Okay.
Win.
Then week 12, not Thanksgiving, is Sunday Night Football against the Los Angeles Rams at Los Angeles.
We beat the Rams.
beat the Rams.
That's no. I think we lose that one.
You lose that one.
Got to
says
fly
Jim.
out to Los Angeles.
That's all right.
All right. Then back home against the Cardinals.
We
Win.
beat the Cardinals.
Beat the Cardinals. All right. Then you go, let's see, New Orleans Saints at home.
Another just complete ass kicking of the Saints.
Oh, yeah.
Agree.
They barely have a quarterback. Some rookie you don't even nobody never heard
For
of.
some reason, the Saints always win. Wow.
No.
Then you go Thursday Night Football. I'm sorry. That was Thursday Night Football. That's the Falcons. Then you have at Carolina against the Panthers.
Yeah, we beat Carolina.
Close game,
Yeah.
but it's a win.
That's a win. All right. And then at home, Miami Dolphins.
Yeah,
Win.
We kill the Dolphins.
Yeah,
Kill
not even
'em.
close.
Kill them. Not even close. All right. And then you've got
Dolphins are soft.
at home against the Panthers.
It's another win.
Yeah.
That's another win. All right. So according to you guys are pretty close. According to Mike, he says it's going to be 11-5 by then, and Gio says it's going to be 12-4.
All right. I
I
like
like it.
that. I like both of those. I'll take either one of them.
Same. It's going to be a great year. Bucks are going for their 5th NFC South championship.
And both of you said they are not playing on Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Are we doing the tailgate this year?
We?
Are you asking us?
I'm trying to think if I want to do the tailgate this year. I don't think I do.
There's only one night game. And-
Thursday.
yeah, it's a Thursday night.
Right.
The 2 Monday night football games are away.
If they want to, if you're down with it, I would be willing to go out. I'm sure Gio would be willing to go out. So would Carmen.
Yeah,
I
maybe
would do it.
if we can mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, do different
Yeah,
hosts for the
Mhm.
weeks.
I'm
Okay.
down.
I'm in.
I love tailgates.
All right.
Joe, you like
Yeah.
baseball?
Well, it's football, isn't it?
Very good, Joe. You got
Wow.
tested in your past.
Okay.
I was here that some of the Rays games are overlapping on the Bucks games too. So that's
Oh,
gonna be
it's good parking.
that's gonna be very interesting.
Yeah. Wild. Joe, spell Buccaneers.
BUCCANEERS.
Go Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
You got it. On Wednesday, the Tampa Bay Lightning announced a partnership with Scripps Sports to broadcast all games over the air for free.
Too late.
You don't want to
Too
watch it
late.
now?
No, I think
He's
it's
out.
been 3 years now of
Yeah.
nobody able to find the games. If you don't have, what's the other one? The Spectrum. It was impossible to find the games, and I feel like a lot of people fell off.
You can always listen to them right here on the Bone. But Scripps, who also owns ABC Action News, ABC Action News will be launching a new TV station that will be the home of the Lightning. The station will be called The Spot, Tampa Bay 66. The channel will launch on
66. You
the
got to go to the U.
the channel will launch on July 1st. It will feature news and entertainment in addition to all locally produced Lightning games.
So what do? You go to the U and then go to the bottom dial and turn it to 66.
I have no idea.
I don't know
Or is
either.
it on your whatever they're on 66? I don't know if that's Spectrum or whatever. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Is
Yeah.
anybody using over the air TV?
No.
Because you can buy.
I mean,
the-
I'm sure there are.
you can
people.
buy the antennas that pick
Right.
up the HD channels and everything.
Right. I don't know.
Oh yeah. So over the
That's still
No,
a thing.
I was thinking like cable at 66 on whatever.
No,
the thing.
that's
No.
why I'm saying
No,
you
yeah.
got to go to the U and then turn the bottom dial.
It's like you have an antenna plugged into your TV.
So what they're gonna do is they're gonna give you hockey sticks and some aluminum foil.
Right.
And they're gonna
Oh,
wrap
man.
the hockey sticks and then jam it into your TV.
Remember the old rabbit ears? You'd be like,
Yeah.
doing this
Oh,
to try
yeah.
and get it in.
Sure.
That's it's so foreign and wild.
Now,
then they
does
have-
that that mean that because remember ABC Scripps and ABC News is ABC channel 28,
Yeah.
right? So, but they're not really on channel 28. So maybe maybe that's where they park it on air over the air and then run it on cable.
Yeah, I think over the air is 28, but then I assume the cable companies can put it wherever they want.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, good luck, guys.
It's on the radio.
Yep, you can hear it right here. 1025 The Bone. We
Go
play 'em
Bucks.
all. We've been doing it for a long time. We got it all figured out.
In fact, we canceled the music show on Saturday
Yes.
so that we have more room for it
I
now.
like it. I like it. A guy in Louisiana got arrested for pleasuring himself inside a display shed at Lowe's. Cops found him in the shed with his pants around his ankles and an open tube of Vaseline.
I'm on his side. If you're gonna buy a Jack Shack at home, you got to make sure that it's appropriate.
Haven't you seen the commercials where the lady's in the tub and they're like, "Ma'am, you can't fill up our tubs."
Yeah,
and do
but
this
how
stuff.
do I know I fit in the bathtub if I don't get in there and take a little bit of a?
I don't like it.
I saw a prank of they were peeing in the toilets, the fake toilets that are in the little Home Depot.
Didn't they poop in Jackass?
Yeah, I think so. You know, there's gonna be a Johnny Knoxville's working on Jackass 5.
Nope.
That's what I read.
Don't make me put it into it.
Yeah,
I will put it into it.
You'll watch it and you'll love it.
100%.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
In a new survey, 1 in 7 dog owners said that they would sacrifice their partner or spouse if it meant they can increase their dog's lifespan by 3 years.
Oh my God.
3 years?
1 in 7?
I feel like that's you. You love your dog.
I do love my dog.
So much.
I do.
But not for 3 years.
Yeah.
Like if you gave me an extra 30.
Yeah.
I mean, if you said it never dies and is healthy for the rest of its life, then we have a conversation going.
Can I just tell you where I stand on this? Last night I was walking the dogs, and I have a light outside that's motion censored, and for some reason it wasn't working, and I couldn't see. And the dogs went outside, and I heard, and I went, Hazel. And I said, Hazel, that's an alligator, and it's a lot closer than it was last night. And then I went, bye, and I closed the door. I was like,
no way.
You let me. If that alligator went after Hazel, there's no way I'm going out in the dark to try and free that dog from an alligator. Are you serious?
I would have to try something.
What would you do?
I don't even know.
Grab
That
the
alligator is
skinner.
easily 8 feet long.
I grab its tail,
And do what?
bite down.
You're crazy.
No.
I would just wave goodbye to the dog.
Oh, you are so void of emotion.
I am not. I'm not. If that was one of my children, I'd fight to the death.
I don't even know if you would.
Well, if it was Juliana, I would.
Yeah,
I would fight to the death. Joey, I'd be like, listen, you're big enough. You're on your own.
Because was it sharks? You poke their eyes.
Yeah.
No, you punch
Gators.
him in the nose.
Sharks you punch in the nose. Gators you go for their eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's opposite.
And if it's chasing you, you zigzag.
Zig-zag.
Yeah, but then I thought that got debunked.
Yeah, I did.
I think it's the same with bears.
Yeah.
That's Jim Gaffigan has a joke about that. It says you see a grizzly bear, you're supposed to lay down. And he goes, "Who told you that? The grizzly bear?" You know, I mean, come on, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's great. What is it? Brown lay down.
No,
black. No, it's brown lay down. Black fight back,
Now you sound like Shark.
and then grizzly kiss your ass goodbye. I think is what it is. By the way, you're always trying to kill your wife. You wouldn't kill your wife.
Yeah, you were trying to put her on a plane.
Not to keep the dogs.
3 years for a dog? No.
Can I tell you, Galvin, that I had a dream last night?
Hmm? No.
Yes,
you can't.
it's a
you
good
just
one.
asked
It's a good
me,
one. It's a good
and
one.
I
It's a
said
good
no.
I was divorced,
Uh,
and I met a newly divorced Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and we went on a date. That's because I was watching Seinfeld when I went to bed.
You're right.
It was
that
her
was good.
or somebody like her.
It was her in real life. She was divorced.
What's the follow up question? Jesus
Don't
Christ.
ruin my story. She was divorced. We met on a press junket, and we ended up going on a date.
And both
We
of
liked
you
each
had
other.
hands that were bananas.
No.
We got it.
Then I kissed her, and as I was kissing her, she became my aunt. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Team at Purdue University students, they built a robot that can solve a Rubik's Cube in how fast? How fast can it solve a Rubik's
I've
Cube?
seen them doing it half a second.
I'm going to say 2 seconds.
0.103 seconds.
It's just like,
yeah. I've seen humans do that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Have you ever seen that where they have it's like under a cone or whatever, and they take it off and the kid goes, brrr.
It's
How is that
Well, they
even
say it's
possible?
It's a
because they
pattern.
say it's a pattern. You do like 2 up, 2 left, 2 up, 2
Yeah.
left, and if you just keep doing that after a certain number of moves, you will have figured it out.
It's muscle memory, so you don't have to look at the colors. You're just because if you do the same pattern over and over and over, it'll automatically
It'll eventually just work
go
itself
back.
out.
and
Yes.
stuff. Yeah.
So Drew Rocca, who is friends with my brother Tom, he wound up being valedictorian at this is Princeton. He's a naval doctor, genius. Every time he would come over, I'd hand him my Rubik's Cube,
Yeah.
and he'd be talking, and he'd go like this and hand it back to me. He would do it without even looking at it, and he would go so fast over, and then he just hand. And I go, "How do you do it?"
If I was ever able to get 2 colors, I would think I was a genius.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's crazy. I watch those little Asian kids do it. They're
Yeah.
done.
It's wild. Today is, get ready to get hungry. I got to announce it. Today is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day.
Okay.
Love it.
Oh, I'm sorry, National Chocolate Chip Day. But let's see.
Same.
Come on, we got to go cookies.
Carmen,
Yeah.
my wife made banana bread last night.
Okay.
I ate a piece of it.
Off
Listen-
the rails.
Yep.
Sometimes you just got to do it.
Yep.
And as long as you didn't eat the whole loaf and you had a
No,
piece,
just ate one little piece.
that's fine.
You're
and
taking
then,
advice from TikTok doctor over here?
and then today, you'll get back on your regimen and you'll do great today.
Thank you.
And you're not going to cheat. First off, TikTok doctor. No, I do my research. I get the information from TikTok and then I do more
That's
research.
the gateway.
Yes. And listen, I've lost.
Do I have to take ashwagandha today?
You do not, because you don't
Okay.
have a problem sleeping.
No, I
Again,
don't.
that's for me because I have a problem sleeping.
Okay.
And I've lost over 15 pounds
Wow.
naturally
Yeah.
by myself, just working out and eating, how I want to eat.
I thought you had a
So-
Big Mac pizza.
But by the way, Carmen, I'm not saying this to be. I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm actually asking you.
Yeah.
In what time period? When did you?
It was a little over
7
a
years.
year.
Little
But
over
Yeah, a little over a year. But again, these are basically they say because if you lose weight really fast, that's not
slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, it's not sustainable. You're going to put that weight back on because you can't just continue to starve yourself and you can't just keep not eating anything. So, it's training yourself and teaching yourself how to eat in moderation. So
Just
if
real quick, did you see Mike's face whenever you said that word?
I didn't. I saw your face and you all are idiots.
We're idiots.
Yes.
My biggest problem has always been sustaining my weight.
I didn't say a word, Carmen.
I hate you all.
I said
Whatever.
it.
You know what? You guys are all fat.
I
so
was-
I don't care. You're all fat. So you keep doing what you want to do. Joe, you're the worst.
Teach me how I can have the Big Mac pizza and still lose weight.
Yeah, you can. Because you can have a piece of it.
Oh.
And you know what I mean? You don't eat the whole thing. You eat one piece at a time.
But can I tell
Portions.
you, I ate that one piece of banana bread and gained 3 pounds overnight.
But because you're on a very low carb diet.
Yeah.
So
I
that
ruined it.
Well, so that's the problem. I never went on anything I'd never eliminated anything. So if I wanted pasta or pizza, I would have it, but I would always have it with
More balanced.
a salad. You know what I mean? So you learn how to do that because otherwise, someone like you who cuts carbs out completely, you start eating carbs again, you're going to retain all that
I know.
weight
Stinks.
and all the water. Yeah. So again, it's like Galvin said, slow and steady wins the race. So,
I'm
it's
back, though. I'm back, baby.
yeah. But, you got to learn, like, when you do start eating carbs again, you can't just can't eat a loaf of banana bread.
I've been taking steroids for 2 weeks now. I have no muscles. What happened? Went wrong.
Yeah.
Have you been working out?
No, I don't.
Live Nation is launching another ticket promotion this summer. It's called the $30 Ticket to Summer. Over 1,000 concerts will be available to choose from. Some of the different artists include Avril Lavigne, Billy Idol, Cyndi Lauper, Halsey, The Offspring, Weird Al, Styx, Toto, Rod
That's
Stewart.
good for $30.
Tickets go on sale Wednesday, the 21st, so that's next Wednesday. If you have T-Mobile or Rakuten, you can sign up to
Hell is Rakuten?
Isn't that money thing, whatever, where you just walk up to it and it gives you money? Remember? I don't even know what Rakuten is, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I remember they had the commercials and they were telling you how to say Rakuten, and then but I don't know what it does.
I've never heard of Rakuten.
I'm a Ricky Rackman, but that's
I heard
different.
Racketeering.
Yeah.
Different. Rakuten, higher prices got you down. Join Rakuten for free and get cash back on everyday purchases.
Oh.
It is formerly known as Ebates, is a cashback and shopping and rewards company.
Gotcha.
So remember they would go up, and if you could say it, if it said, how do you say this, whatever, and you go Rakuten, and like it'd give you money.
I don't recall that at all.
I think they did it.
This is the first time I've heard the word Rakuten.
Well, there you go.
Good job.
Join them, and you can get early access. Speaking of different concerts and stuff, Lana Del Rey is the worst value for concert dollar.
Because she plays short amount of time.
On her for the price of the ticket to how many songs and stuff, on her 2025 tour, Alana is charging an average of $240.33 per ticket.
Jeez.
She's playing 15 songs over 83 minutes. That means you're paying $16.02 per song, or $2.90 per minute.
Well, I'd like to get some of that back. I'm like, I'll take song 1, 7,
Yeah.
9, and 11, not the other. Do you remember? I mean, I'm sure you do. in the 90s where you go to the Sundome for 90 Rock's low dough show for $20.
Yeah.
Oh, those were the best. You go see Tesla. You go see there would be like 3 bands: Extreme, Tora, and any of those. You could get 3 quality hair bands for $20.
Yeah,
oh,
nice.
I missed that, man.
Lana's per minute total isn't that bad compared to Charlie XCX, who is at $3.55 per minute.
Oh.
Some of the other ones they have: Lady Gaga, her cost per song is $13.97. Beyonce's $13.63. Oasis is going to be $13.60. Let's see some of the other ones that they have in there. Billie Eilish, $12.35 per song. Coldplay, $12.16 per song. Bad Bunny is $10.73 per song. And your best price out of everybody, who do you think it is? Best price per song. It's a single male artist.
Oh, it's probably AC/DC because all their songs are 3 minutes and they got 50 years worth of songs.
I'll tell you the best price per song really was the Misfits when I saw them, because all their songs are less than 2 minutes, and they did like 59 songs.
Bruno Mars.
No, not Bruno Mars.
Single artist?
Single artist, male artist.
Ed Sheeran.
No.
Jelly Roll.
Usher.
Oh.
Usher is charging $3.76 per song, or $1.22 per minute.
That's a bargain.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Hey, Joe.
And he'll come and feed you cherries. You see that?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, don't feed my wife cherries. Now that we're back up on YouTube and up and running, can you put the video up of Jelly Roll eating his booger?
No.
Oh, why?
Because I feel like we talked about it this morning and people should see it.
You're trying to build
Let
on
them go
this.
Google it themselves.
There's a video of Jelly Roll eating his booger at a UFC fight, and it is disgusting.
You're going to lose the audience.
Nah, that's gross.
I mean, do you want me to put up a screenshot? That way we don't get dinged on YouTube.
No.
You want to see? You want the video?
Carmen's right. Let people go find it on their own.
Okay.
Go find it. Just Google Jelly Roll eats booger. It's disgusting.
Warner Brothers announced yesterday that they're changing the name of their streaming service from Max back to HBO Max. Guess what,
Why?
HBO Max? I always called you HBO Max.
Yeah.
Guess what? We still ain't paying for it.
You know, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably do.
Yeah,
you probably.
Yeah. I bet you're paying for it twice.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
You're probably paying for HBO Max,
on
Max on HBO.
on 5 TVs you don't own anymore.
I'm pretty sure we have 2 Hulu subscriptions in this house too.
Oh, probably.
For sure.
Yeah.
Probably.
Got a couple Disney Plus subscriptions.
I like whenever they tell you, hey, you get this for free with your phone thing. I'm like, oh, I do?
Yeah.
All right.
But you only get it for like 6 months,
And
and
they
then
charge
you
you.
start paying.
Nah, I don't know. I would imagine all of us in the room remember it. Carmen, do you remember Star Search?
Yes. I didn't watch it, but I know what it is.
Okay. If you're listening and you don't know what Star Search was, it was basically the original America's Got Talent. It ran from 1983 to 1995.
3 1/4 stars.
Right, with a brief revival from 2003 to 2004. And now Netflix is bringing it back.
Nah, too late.
Well, at their upfront presentation yesterday, they announced that they are doing a new version that will air live. So they'll have Star Search. It'll be live. They didn't say when. They didn't say who's going to be involved.
It's actually Ed McMahon.
I was going to say who's hosting it.
Oh.
Seacrest?
Seacrest.
All right.
Seacrest or Nick
Seacrest
Cannon?
can't because he's doing American Idol.
Right.
So who is the other? It's probably gonna be somebody black.
Nick Cannon.
Maybe
Yeah.
Black Seacrest. I know Shark would pick.
Oh.
Who is the most famous person to come from Star Search?
Most famous person that was on Star Search?
The one that comes to my mind, Britney Spears.
No.
Was she on Star Search?
I think so.
Yeah.
Really?
I
Wasn't
thought she was
Timberlake
on,
on there too?
I thought that was Disney.
Yeah. They
Well, that's
weren't-
how she
both,
got.
yeah.
No, that's how they got to Disney, because they
Oh.
went on Star Search.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Christina Aguilera was on there, but I don't know for sure with Christina, but I know Britney Spears.
Yep.
Yeah,
She was
'cause-
on. She
yeah.
got when she was age
She-
10.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go. Who did you have that's not as famous as Britney?
Comedian wise, there's comedians. That
There was
were-
a lot of comedians that were
Yeah,
on
and I
Star
can't
Search.
remember who.
Was it Ray Romano was on Star Search, I believe.
I don't remember. I just know that it launched some big comedians because you could do
Beyonce was on Star Search.
There was acting, there was singing, and there was comedy.
Dave Chappelle was on there.
Chappelle, right? That's what I thought. Chappelle was on.
Kevin James, Drew Carey, Martin Lawrence, Rosie O'Donnell, Norm Macdonald, Sinbad, Ray Romano.
Yeah.
Sinbad. That was who I was thinking of. Sinbad.
Yeah.
Aguilera was on there too, Carmen.
Oh, was she? Okay, yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
And Beyonce, Timberlake, Leanne Ryan.
Beyonce was on Star Search?
Aaliyah.
Adam
Usher.
Sandler.
I'm pretty sure like that's how Destiny's Child came about because
Yeah.
Beyonce went on Star Search and then like the group formed from there.
Wow.
Jessica Simpson was on there.
I got to tell you, a better show would be a documentary about Star Search and all the people that were on it.
Yeah.
I would be more interested in that.
Dennis Miller was on Star Search?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That's hilarious.
Hey, pal.
Carlos Mencia.
Oh, really?
Star Search, yeah.
That's funny.
He was named International Comedy Grand Champion.
Wow.
It was the Latino version of
Oh,
Star Search.
yeah. Easier.
Dana Gould, Mark Summers.
A lot of
Sinbad.
people.
Love Dana Gould.
How is Sinbad? Sinbad wasn't doing too well last time we had talked about Sinbad. I
don't
hope
know.
we don't kill him by talking about him.
Usually happens. We bring him
Yeah.
up on a show, find out a couple of days later he's dead.
Brad Pitt was spotted at a New Zealand McDonald's on Easter Sunday. And now McDonald's wants to give every Kiwi named Brad a free quarter pounder.
Jesus.
They have the app and stuff. And the offer ends on Sunday.
Brad Pitt eats McDonald's?
Huh?
Interesting. Doesn't seem like the...
Maybe his kids were eating it. Maybe with his kids.
I don't know.
kids
His
hate
kids
him,
don't like him.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Fergie likes Taco Bell, so
That sounds right.
it's in one of her songs.
Fergie seems like she's late night Taco Bell.
Yeah. And she farts a lot.
Like my wife, if I went inside right now and I said to my wife, I'm going to go to Taco Bell, you want anything? She'd go, no. Give her two drinks, and she'd be like, give me a cheesy gordita.
Yeah.
To get turned into Taco Bell monster.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You're
they're
right.
about-
Those
Carmen?
gorditas are. Oh, that's why I can't go to Taco Bell because
Are you saying I should cheat today since I cheated last night?
That is not what I'm saying.
I
That's
feel like you are.
exact-
I feel like you're
that's-
telling me to go to Taco Bell right
I'd
now.
That's
say do it,
literally
man.
what I said to do, not to do. Do not do that.
Carmen said sometimes you have to have banana bread,
Yeah.
whatever. So sometimes you have to have tacos.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Last night I was watching the Conan O'Brien Mark Twain Awards, and Sean, what's his face from Hot Ones, was out there with Stephen Colbert, and they
Yeah.
were doing
Yeah.
a bit. And man, I was like, if I can get up right now and go to Hooters, I would have got out of bed and drove right there.
You should have called me. I would have gone.
Oh, I was so it made me want Hooters wings so bad that I don't even care if I had 28 million Scoville units in my wings. I would have eaten them.
It's because we
Can I
talked about
tell?
it.
Can I tell you though? If you buy wings at the store, one, they're way cheaper, and we got new appliances.
First of all, I'm rich. And
I
second of all,
know.
I'm not
Yeah.
buying wings at the store. I'm going to
Well,
Hooters.
Okay, well, for other people out there, I'm just letting you know because my oven has an air fryer
Yeah.
setting. I don't have an air fryer anymore. It's in my oven.
Carmen is we have Hooters at home.
Right.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, listen, anything you want, we have it at home.
There's a guy on TikTok that shows you how to do Taco Bell. He's a former Taco Bell employee. And
Yeah.
he shows you how to make it at home.
Yeah, but
Oh.
you can't buy the sawdust meat.
Yeah, no, he
Oh.
shows you how to make that.
Oh, yeah.
Listen,
Oh.
one time Chad sent me, it was the grilled cheese steak burrito, and then this guy was adding like hot Cheetos to it or like other chips
Mhm.
and then dipping in the nacho cheese, and he was like, we should get this. And I was like, I'm going to make it.
Ugh.
Made it. Oh, buddy. It was so good.
We
Because
gotta- We gotta
well-
stop talking about food, man.
because I went to ChatGPT and I asked ChatGPT, make me a mock recipe of the sauce that they use in their quesadilla, like the volcano jalapeno sauce, whatever.
Right.
So ChatGPT gave me a list and it said, here's a recipe for that sauce. Would you like a healthier version? Here you go. This is how you make it. ChatGPT is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
but
if
I
you-
don't trust it anymore.
Well, that's on you.
But because I asked it about the horses in the race, and it was giving me its opinion on all, and I was making up
Yeah.
horses, and it was like, I was like, what about Flubbity Dup Dup? And they're like, Flubbity Dup Dup has a good chance of pulling late in the Kentucky Derby. And I go, I'm making these names up. And then it was like, I know, I'm just messing with you. I'm like, well, I don't want you to do
Yeah.
that. I want you to be real and be
Well,
serious.
Yeah, but that's because that's the relationship that you created
Yeah.
with Bailey.
No.
You talk to her too much.
But
I do.
that is a problem because, like I said before, I tried to use it for gambling, and I would ask specifically about this team versus this team on this date at this time. What are the best prop bets and stuff? And it gave me stuff from like 3 years ago from
Yeah.
people that weren't even on the team anymore, and I'm like, you're terrible.
Yeah, but you guys are using it for evil. We're using it for taco.
Yeah, I'm using it for
recipes.
copycat recipes from Taco Bell.
Oh, you're using it for stupid at-home healthy recipes. Beat it, nerd. I'm using it trying to build my empire.
If your intentions are pure, you can get better results.
Good morning, Bailey.
We don't have time for her.
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. What's up with you today?
Carmen, do it.
Here we go, Bone Fam. The Bone Bonus. Presented to you by Farrah and Farrah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarrahandFarrah.com. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
Code. This hour's keyword is code. CODE. Head over to the 1025 Bone app now and enter code CODE before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and that $1,000 Bone bonus could be yours.
Go get your money. I want to ask Bailey a question. Me?
I mean, you turned her into just the worst.
Bailey, are you there? Sometimes I hit the wrong button.
Nah, she's ghosting you.
She's like, he's going to tell me about his dreams again.
He's going to try and trick me with the horses bit.
He's going to make me Google him.
I can tell you people are real. Hey, Bailey, can I ask you a question?
Of course. Ask away.
Which member of the Mike Calta Show should I fire first?
Oh, that's a spicy question.
Yeah.
You know your crew best, but maybe there's a way to shuffle responsibilities or have a chat before making any big decisions.
No, I want to fire one. Which one do you think I should fire? Who's the least important person on the show?
That's a tough one. Each person brings their own flavor to the show.
Yes.
It really depends on what you think the show needs most. Maybe consider who aligns best with your vision and who's contributing the most to that.
You're no help.
She's talking you out of it.
Yeah.
You guys live another day.
The show stays the same.
Yeah.
No,
Thanks, Bailey.
no horses in this race.
The rent just stays the same.
Someone on social media asked, what is something you tried once and immediately knew was not for you? They have a few
Being
different
friends with you jerks.
a few different answers on here. Top two. Gambling, running.
Yeah.
Number one, gambling. They say went to the casino with friends for a weekend, lost several $100s in about an hour and a half, and never placed a bet again.
That's me. Gambling's not really for me.
Yeah, but you know what, though? I feel like it's not the best. It's not the most fun, but I can go to away for a weekend, gamble, and lose and still have a great time.
You guys are good at blackjack. You guys win all the time.
I don't know.
And you guys have money to gamble with.
That's the thing. But if I decide to go somewhere to gamble, I'm bringing a certain amount of money. If I lose it, I lose.
Yeah, see, I'm not like, I'd rather just take the money and spend it on something else.
Yeah, see, I don't really want to buy anything.
I know I'm going to lose. I'm probably going to lose it. So it's like, I'm not going to have as much fun playing cards.
I took a certain amount of money on the cruise to gamble and won. So the fact that I came home with more money than I went there with was fantastic. Right. Even if it only a couple $100.
I get the thrill of going up and down is fun. No, I'm not looking at your winnings.
Just look at your phone.
I don't want to look at your winnings.
It's just from last night.
Galvin sends us all his winning bet slips, and I don't want to look at them.
Take a look.
No, it's like listening to my dreams. I don't want to see your stupid bet.
Yeah.
And then running, it says, if you ever see me running, then you should run too. Those are a couple of ones. Being a morning person. Another one. I mean, this list about me. I can wake up early if I have to, but I'll never be happy about it.
I feel like in my later years that's changed. I'm perky in the morning.
I do not sleep in as long as I used to.
Yeah.
Because of this job, I can't sleep in.
Probably.
And I think
I have no problem.
I also think people, as they get older, they wake up earlier.
But I find that I'm happy in the morning. Where I was younger, I used to be miserable. Now I'm like, hey, good morning.
Because even if you sleep to 7 o'clock, that's way later than what you're
True.
normally sleeping. So
True.
you're rested and you're fine. Scuba diving. Didn't make it past the training in the pool.
I did not like scuba diving at all.
Skiing.
I would not like it.
Skiing, I knew I quit. We were doing the lessons to learn how to ski.
Water ski or snow ski?
Snow ski. All day. We had all day booked at the ski resort. I did it for 15 minutes, fell down 3 times and said, that's it, I'm done. And then sat there and watched my family for 8 hours.
Yeah, you have to want to do it.
Yeah, it just was not for me.
But the other thing is that the option at a ski resort is to sit by a fire and drink, and that's more appetizing than falling down a hill.
Yeah.
I fell down twice and it hurt so bad. I was like, that's it. I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore.
I do not get the scuba diving thing. I find it to be, I mean, how many goddamn fish can you see before you go, okay, yeah, so I'm scuba diving. You know what I mean? Like after you've done it, I see people that travel and they go to different parts of the world to go scuba diving, and it just does nothing for me.
Yeah, I think if you did it every once in a while, but yeah, if that's like your main hobby and you do it and you go all over the place, that'd be a little bit too much.
I feel very uncomfortable in the water.
Yeah.
Like I always feel like something's going to come up behind me.
Claustrophobic.
No, it's worse. It's the opposite of claustrophobic. I feel like it's too big. Like I feel like something bigger is coming up behind me. I don't know. I would be paranoid. And yeah, claustrophobic when you go into those caves and stuff. There's no way I'm doing that.
And then when you come up, like that's what scares me the most is how you have to like take your time.
So you don't get the bend.
Yeah, like that's where that gives thinking about that gives me anxiety, which would make me just want to come straight up.
Yep.
Sorry, you got Bailey all fired up.
Hot yoga. Too many people passing gas in the humidity and stuff going on. Yeah.
Gross.
Going to a strip club. They said it was boring, and I just felt bad for the dancers.
Yeah.
Yeah, strip clubs is a certain time in your life.
It's a hit or miss.
The older I get, I'm like, I don't really want to go to that.
Yeah.
Strip club?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have daughters.
Yeah.
And that's just it. You go in there and you see young girls, and you're like, this is not as hot as I thought it would be.
The idea of going doesn't excite me anymore. I'm like, whatever.
I feel like it goes hand in hand with something else. Like if we went to the Pitbull Toddler show, and after Pitbull Toddler we went to a strip club, that would make sense. Just going, hey, what do you want to do Saturday? Let's go to 2001. I can't see me doing that.
Yeah, even that, I'd be like, okay, you guys go.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like you're out and about, and it's like you're on your way home. Let's get one more drink and a dance.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not a destination.
Although I will tell you, if you're with a girl and the girl goes, let's go to a strip club, that's when you're like, okay, there we go. Yeah.
Geo skiing is on here.
Yeah.
It says I'm not risking my life on the bunny hill.
Nope. That's what happened. I fell down on the stupid bunny slope, and I'm like, people were laughing at me. I felt like an idiot. Like, this is over.
Well, do you hold the rope to go up?
No.
Or you ski lift?
It was like a ski lift, like a ramp kind of thing, and then you go down, and I fell, and it hurt so bad. I'm like, oh, no.
You get old, you fall, it's a different story.
Giving birth.
I'm not
This
going to do
person
that.
says I did it twice. Your brain plays a trick on you. You think that it's good, whatever. You know, after it wears off and everything, you're like, oh, I should have another baby, and then you're like, I'm miserable.
Still to this day maintain I can't believe that my wife had a second child.
Yeah,
because her first pregnancy was so bad with her being sick during the pregnancy, and then having a C-section and going through all that, and then deciding that she wanted to have another kid. I never thought in a million years she would say that.
And then dating someone with opposing political beliefs. Nothing wrong with the person. It's just unnecessary conflict. You know.
Do you know though? It's like my wife and I are at complete opposite ends when it comes to politics, but we don't really talk about it. And then if we do, we laugh about it. Like I laugh and I go, yeah, of course you don't want to do that because you don't like this guy. You know, I don't want to do that because I don't like that. And then we just laugh it off.
If politics is your whole identity, I don't want to be around you at all. If you're posting stuff all the time and everything leads back to, well, this was okay, who cares?
Yeah.
It's too much. So those are some of those. And then finally in news, I have some new music for you guys.
Oh, we haven't had new music in a long time.
New music that is actually a cover of a song with the person and the original singer of this song.
Okay, so the guy's covering his own song?
No.
Oh.
It's a cover of the song with the original singer, but this other person is singing it as well. So you have a different person singing it, and then they also have the original singer on it as well. Okay. So I'm going to play the song. You'll know the song right away. It's obviously a little bit different version of it, but tell me who the first singer is that you hear. And then I actually probably shouldn't have given you that the second singer is the original singer because he doesn't sound like it at all.
Right.
But take a listen. Here we go. New music on the Mike Calta Show.
You and Uncle Larry are doing karaoke together.
Yeah. And you don't know when to come in. You're a little bit off, and then he comes in. Are you singing, ooh, am I doing that?
Yeah. I mean, I would have rather have just heard Willie Nelson sing it
The whole
at
thing.
his own cadence.
Yeah, I also don't like, I mean, obviously, if you're going to do a cover, sometimes it's great when you change it a little bit and you do it and make it your own and stuff. But when it's just like a little bit off. You're just like, I don't know. That's not working.
Yeah, it didn't sound like they were on the same page.
It sounds like one of them recorded and the other one, they sent it to the other one. The other one was like, well, I'll sing here, I guess. I don't know.
And Steve Perry was like, I can only go so slow.
Yeah. Ugh. I don't like it. I don't like it.
What's that from?
It's all proceeds for the song Benefit Farm Aid, which is celebrating its 40th anniversary.
Well, got Steve Perry to sing.
Yeah.
You know?
Willie's like, what, 93?
Probably around there, I would imagine, yeah.
92, yeah.
Steve Perry just sitting around doing nothing.
As far as we know, I don't know.
Like having that voice and doing nothing with it all these years. You know what I mean? Like he could have been singing all these. He just was like, I'd rather do nothing.
Yeah, because whenever Journeyman's done it, he did Steve Perry, he did his solo stuff, and Sherry, and that you were like, okay.
Yeah, he's good. He can do it.
Yeah, obviously. People can write stuff for him, or he can write stuff that sounds good, and it's.
I mean, it says he's only worth $70 million. So
who's Steve Perry?
Yeah,
but I mean, but that be given that gift of being such a good singer and not wanting to do more with
but
it.
You kind of did it. You had your run.
Yeah, but I mean, what's the last time when did O'Sherry come out in '82?
Yeah,
he's had all these years to do something, and he just was like, I'd rather not do anything. I'd rather keep this voice quiet.
Yeah, but then you see a lot of guys that keep putting stuff out and it's garbage compared to their hits.
By the way, Steve Perry has been doing music for quite some time. He did, Time in 1992. He did the Best of Steve Perry in 2010. He had Against the Wall in 1988, Raised on Radio in 1986, For the Love of Strangers in 1994, Street Talk in 84. So
what has he done in the 2000s? The last 25 years.
It looks like most of that stuff is the very best of.
Yeah.
2010, the best of Steve Perry.
Yeah.
Just
so he just re-released
the very best of. Yeah. The Season, 2021. The Season, an album by Steve Perry. Oh, it's a Christmas album he did.
Oh.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing. Maybe he's just out of material.
Yeah, he just did Silver Bells and Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Oh
no, that's weird. Do you have that? Can you find that?
I'm sure I can.
Steve Perry, The Season.
All right. He did the season 1, 2, and 3.
I mean, not a bad idea. You know, Christmas music's always going to be played and sold, and
everybody wants to be Mariah Carey, though.
Sure, if you can get that hit.
Everybody wants to be Will Ferrell with the movie too.
I see trees.
So why don't you look up Steve Perry Traces? That is an album that came out in 2018.
Traces.
Traces. Traces.
All right, hold on.
That is a studio album. So a lot of other things are compilations and stuff. And this is
what year did you say it was?
2020. Yeah.
Alternate versions and sketches.
No, that's a different one. So it's just the Traces one.
Yeah.
2018.
All right. So the big song on that is called "We're Still Here."
Okay.
Oh no. 4 million listens. John Five and somebody are coming in concert. Richie Kotzen.
Oh, nice.
John Five and Richie Kotzen are coming to the Capitol Theater together.
I saw John Five over at Janice, and it was great.
What are they doing? Just wailing on guitar?
Yeah.
That must be great. And Richie Kotzen could sing.
And the cool thing, John Five, at the end of his set, he does a medley of all, it's like Rush, Van Halen, ZZ Top. Yeah, like all the best riffs, and he cuts them all together. So he'll do like 20 seconds of this song into this one, into this one. It's really cool.
Good. All right. Well, Steve Perry. There you go. I guess when you have $70 million, you could do whatever the hell you want to do, even if you have the voice of an angel.
Mm-hmm.
All right, is that it?
That's it for news.
Right. Hopefully somebody won $1,000. If not, you still have another 15 minutes or so to go get the bone bonus keyword in. We got to take a break. We got a lot of show happening. Cody Tucker is going to join us when we come back, and then April Macy will be here in the 9 o'clock hour. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. I'm only pointing this out because usually I'm the one that's the mail problem, and I went and checked my mail yesterday, and it was not there. I just want to make sure we've established that. I have no problem being patient and waiting for it. I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, I'm not the most patient person, so I think that, which might surprise some people because of how slow I talk and all that.
You do have a certain cadence to your voice that I think transfers to your life.
I saw the book is in #1 in several categories on Amazon.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was a real shocker to me. whenever I saw that. I was like, my God, how about that?
Top new release, number one in the.
I feel like we've established this already, but I don't mean this in an insulting way. I mean this. Do you live with your parents?
Do I live with my parents?
Yeah.
Yeah. I moved back in with them. My dad got in like a bit of a car accident that got things went a little sideways. We'll say.
I'm not sure if you told me that before now, because I was under the impression that you did live with them. And you moved back in with them to help them out, and now are they? But I know I've asked you this before. But are they super proud of you? I mean, if I had a kid who I thought was, I probably think that they think that you're just a stoner, whether you smoke pot or not, and all of a sudden he's got a book and the book is charting, I'd be blown away.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually not a stoner, which is probably a massive shock to most people.
Yeah.
I'm actually terrified of getting high in any way, shape, or form.
That's another thing we should do together for the first time. We should put you on the cruise and get you high on the cruise.
Oh, I've been high multiple times.
Yeah.
I just now, for some reason, it makes me. I start counting my heartbeats, which I don't think is a good thing to be doing. Yeah. And but no, I guess they're proud. I don't really know. I haven't asked them.
Do they understand that you have a book out?
They know that there's a book.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they're aware of the book, and I think that's about the extent of where that goes.
Do they understand what you do on the internet? Like, can they grasp that?
Not really.
Right. How old are they? Older folks?
Yeah, they're older than I am.
Yeah.
They are. They are actually older than you. Okay.
It's important for your parents, I think, to be older.
Yeah. No, they're like 50s, mid 50s or so.
I'm mid 50s. How old are you son of a bitch?
How old am I?
Yeah.
Oh, if he's 16, it's gonna be great.
Early 30s.
Oh man,
31.
You could be my son.
Yeah, I think a lot of people assume that we are father and son, which unfortunately no, but yeah.
Okay, so I'm just saying, as your father, I'm very proud of you for having a book out.
Thank you.
Yeah. I bet that if your parents are older, like my dad's like in his 70s, right? He's like 75.
Yeah.
I don't know that if I said to my dad, like my dad see me on billboards and stuff, so he knows I'm doing okay. But if I didn't have that, and my dad's like, "Well, what do? You don't go to work every day. You just kind of hang out in that one room in your house." And I'm like, "Yeah, Dad, I've just made, $10,000 last week on doing my internet." I don't think he'd be able to grasp what that is. But if I went in there and said I had something tangible that he could take my book into the toilet when he goes to take a crap, and he'd be like, "My son wrote this book," I think he'd be very proud of that.
Yeah. I think there is a little bit of that, and I think going on Rogan was they kind of understood that was pretty big.
They did. They knew that Rogan. They know who Joe Rogan is, so they know.
Yeah. They were big news radio fans.
Okay. His best work. Yeah.
But that's Yeah. So they know there's like something going on.
Okay.
I just don't really talk about it with them.
Yeah.
Ever.
Do you not like them? Do you not get along well with them?
Oh no, I do get along with them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's a little standoffish.
Yeah.
It's like two stray cats meeting for the first time.
You smell each other's butts and walk around.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is anytime we cross paths in the house, which I'm ready to get the hell out of here. So
I understand.
But yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
You know anything about fruit flies?
No.
For some reason,
I'm not a big animal person.
We have no fruit in here, but for some reason we have like fruit flies. It's driving me insane. So if you see me swatting, I don't know what it's coming from. Anyway, I think Joe's got a rotten banana somewhere, and we just haven't found it yet. Cody Tucker is on the internet. He's on Instagram. He's on YouTube. You can find him at the Cody Tucker. What do you got for us this week?
Okay, so anyone who's seen the movie Independence Day probably remembers the iconic speech given by President Bill Pullman right before the final battle with the alien invaders. So the hangar that he's standing in front of is the hangar that once housed the Enola Gay, which is one of the bombers that dropped the atomic bombs on Japan in 1945.
Oh, wow.
The date those bombs were dropped was August 6, 1945. the date that scene from Independence Day was filmed was August 6, 1995.
Wow.
The exact 50th anniversary.
Now, how do you find that out?
Just Googling random stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, as people have pointed out, I basically just Google for a living, which is, I mean, what a way to make a.
Yeah, but you Google, you turn it into something. It's
Yeah.
easy to look at a Jackson Pollock painting and say I can do that, but Jackson Pollock was the first person to do it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
No, I just Googled, like all kinds of random stuff until I find something that, I don't know, seems kind of interesting.
Okay, what else you got?
So when Enrico Fermi was the architect of the atomic bomb.
Right.
Whenever he was a professor, one of his students was a man named Jack Cover. He would go on to create a device that he named after a favorite book series of his, the Tom Swift books. The device that he created was the Tom A. Swift's electric rifle, or the taser.
Oh, Tom A. Swift. See, you drop a lot of those on me that I never would have figured out.
Yeah, a little word origin kind of thing.
Taser didn't just come from zzz.
No,
Taser.
I thought it had something to do with laser, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it maybe just something like that, the like touchable laser, taser. No, it's a Tom A. Swift's electric rifle.
Oh, I always just assumed that was the noise that it made. Tase. I really always thought that.
Electric rifle sounds cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what it is. Like the.
Yeah.
I watched a good video of a guy getting tased yesterday. Big fat guy. Oh. They hit him once, and it barely brought him to the ground. He pulled the hooks out, and they were like, "We'll hit you again." And he goes, "Big deal. You barely knocked me into the ground the first time." But then they got him the second time.
Yeah.
They knew to give him the
good
volts.
connection.
Yeah, they gave him the volts on the second one.
Yeah. Those are the greatest videos ever. People getting tased.
Do you enjoy the First Amendment auditor videos as much as I do?
I'm a big fan of those, for sure.
You should get that guy on. You and Sean Paul Reyes. That would be good. I'd watch him on your show.
That'd be a good. Yeah, I love any kind of stuff. I love people just getting into confrontations.
You know what I think, Cody, and I don't know how valuable this is to you, but if you could package your show up into a half hour of between interviews and facts, man, that'd be a good syndicated radio show. I'd listen to that on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. You mean like radio, like actual like AM? Yeah.
Old school, like we're doing over here, us old guys.
Yeah, I would love to. I've always wanted to have a radio show. But that was like a dream of mine as a kid.
Right. So you have because you're a very interesting guy, and the facts and the things that you put together, you can do a couple of different segments of that, and then because remember, do you know who Paul Harvey is?
No, he gets brought up in my comments all the time. I assume it's somebody kind of similar to what I do, maybe in a way. But
so
I
he
don't
did
know
it in a long form radio thing. So he did similar to what you do, but he'd be telling a story to be like, there was a guy named Phil Roebuck, and he went on and did this, and at the end, he's like, and he met his partner Bob Sears, and they became Sears and Roebuck. Like he gave you an origin story or something along those.
And now you know the rest of the story.
The rest of the story, yeah. But I mean, you could be and he was very popular. You would be the modern day Paul Harvey.
Huh.
Yeah, I enjoy that.
Yeah, I'd be into it. I mean, I was always a big Howard Stern fan as a kid, so I'd kind of lean more that way, I think.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, nobody wants to hear Paul Harvey do it, or else he would be still doing it. Yeah, but no, you got to add your own flavor to it.
Yeah, he was at one point. He was on 400 or 500 radio stations.
Oh yeah,
like he was highly syndicated.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'd 100% do that. Anything like that, I think would be fun. You know,
I love that I'm trying to pull Cody into a world that he's already passed up. he's already on the internet. He's already doing great. I'm like, no, come back to old boring radio
and making more competition for us.
Yeah, exactly. That's true too.
It's a good business plan.
Tell everybody about your book and where they can get it.
All right, so the book is it's available on Amazon or through my website. The website is thecodytucker.com. Pick whichever route's easiest for you, I suppose. Amazon works just fine, but I make a little bit extra on the old website.
Yeah. What's a success? How many you have to sell before you're like, God damn, that was a good success?
I don't really know. I think just anybody buying them is a
success. I mean, a personal goal, sure, but I mean, how many until you could be like, I bought a new Rolex?
Probably like, Jesus. To be honest, I don't know how many I've sold or how much I've made. Not entirely.
Yeah. I mean, you should at least have
but I
somebody
think-
doing that for you.
Well, I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Carly. Yeah. She, KP's
Gotcha.
fiance is doing all that. Yeah, I'd say like 10,000. If I sold 10,000 copies, I'd be like, oh my God.
Do we know how close we are to that?
I think the last time her and I talked about it, I was about at about 2,000, I think.
Wow. So 10,000 is completely obtainable.
I think so.
I'll tell you right now what you should start pushing it as, because I think this would be a great Father's Day gift. Like my dad, I think would appreciate that book for Father's Day.
So I am planning on doing some sort of Father's Day thing of sorts with it. I haven't decided yet if it's just like a promotion or something, but I'm with you. I think Father's Day, and then whenever Christmas rolls around, that'll obviously be I think a big.
I think by Christmas we're looking at volume 2.
Well, I am already kind of working on another one, which I thought I'd take a break and just kind of sit on my ass for a little while. But apparently,
what do you got coming up on the Cody Tucker Show? Any big boob porn stars or anything I need to know about?
No, just me. So the big boobs are staying. But no, I think I'm just gonna do like a solo one this week and see what happens. I got a couple in the works, but
okay,
haven't been recorded yet. So.
All right. Well, always a pleasure to talk to you. You can find Cody online at The Cody Tucker Show on Instagram, on YouTube. Watch his show and check out his book. Go to thecodytucker.com and buy the book there so you can make a couple extra shillings.
I keep waiting for 1 week when I text Cody. He's like, "Nah, man, I'm all booked up. I'm not gonna be able to."
Too famous for you guys now.
We get pushed aside for some other big podcast or something.
No, that ain't never happening.
Anybody come at you yet? Anybody like, or am I the only genius to see you and realize this guy'd be great on the radio?
I think so. I think you're the only one. I haven't. I mean, I've done like other podcasts and stuff, but it was just like a one and done thing.
No, I like this. I like it on the week, and then I get a guy good feedback. People love you.
Oh well, I'm glad. Yeah, I hear all kinds of stuff, and people like saying, "Oh, I heard you, Mike Calta, and like love your stuff or whatever." I'm like,
good.
How about that?
Good.
Yeah.
I want to be in volume 2. I want you to dedicate volume 2 of your book to me.
I will.
Okay.
Consider it done.
Lock that in. I'll sue you if you don't do it now.
Well, I mean, it's all right. Go ahead.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you next week. Thank you.
All right, man.
See you, bro. There you go. Cody Tucker. He's great.
He is.
He's great every week. He makes me genuinely laugh. Like I expect to,
I really genuinely enjoy seeing his success.
The funny thing is you were just talking about the Mark Twain Prize with Conan O'Brien and how that Sean from Hot Ones was on there and stuff. Like Cody could be on something, easily just show up on something like that and be like, oh my God, there's Cody.
Carmen.
Yes.
Can you call John Senning, please?
Yeah, of course.
He's up. He texted me, but I need to talk to him about something very important. I don't know what you just said, Galvin. Say that again, please, about Hot Ones.
I was saying about how Sean from Hot Ones, started out on the internet doing that, and then he was on the Mark Twain Prize thing, with Conan.
Yeah, like they go really...
like Cody could easily, be something...
It happens fast, too. It's for some of these guys.
For sure.
It's like overnight, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I followed him on Instagram, and I really enjoyed what he did, and I was like, for weeks, just trying to think of how we could do something with it on the show, and I'm like, let's wing it. We'll figure it out. John Senning is a lot of good things. He's a good radio host. He's a fun guy to hang out with, and he's a fly expert. Do you know that?
Oh, yeah. He had the problem.
I have the same problem, and I need to know how he ended up with the problem. We both had, I can't say what it is. We both have S flies.
Toilet flies.
Toilet flies.
Yeah, but is that where these are originating from?
That's what he said. He said, are you sure they're not drain flies?
They're definitely getting worse.
Well, it could be.
Drain flies are way bigger.
I just figured it out. You have a drain out in the garage?
I don't know.
I bet you do.
Why?
And I bet it has whole dirty meat sauce in there.
Oh, from Tom?
100%. Just figured it out.
No, but he didn't drain it in the garage.
But there's some that drained out, I bet, and it probably drained into the drain and it's sitting there. And
I don't think that I have a drain in my garage. Do I have a drain in my garage?
I don't know. I would look, but also maybe there's a puddle. Maybe it's on the rug that's out there. There's something. Where was the freezer?
The freezer was next to the refrigerator.
Okay. I would look around because remember there was the puddle stuff out there.
Yeah.
How well was that cleaned up?
It was cleaned up with bleach. I went out there with took a gallon of bleach and poured it on the floor and then mopped it up with the bleach. So I don't know. Is this John Senning on line 1?
Yes.
John, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. What's going on?
John, I don't know what the outcome was of your crab flies that you had in your place.
We had to move. Pretty much that's what it was. We had to get the hell out of there.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not exactly, but I mean, when it was a problem up until pretty much right when we left. I mean, we did they ended up coming and having to take the toilet off of the floor,
right,
and do a whole exploratory process under the toilet, which really didn't end up getting rid of it either. So yes, we did leave shortly thereafter. So I wish I could tell you I had a solution, but I bet you that's what they are.
So I will tell you that there's only one room in this house that has the toilet fly, and that is all the way in my master bedroom, which is the furthest point from where we are right now. And in that area, you'll only see like one or two a day, and they're very slow moving, so you can kill them. And that is definitely a toilet fly. What I'm seeing in here is a different sort of species because these move fast and they're smaller.
Galvin's probably onto something. I would think that probably if you have a drain, whatever the closest drain is, to wherever you sit right now. But you know what you can do if they're not bad. So, and everybody told me this, and it never worked for me. But if they're not bad, you can just pour like boiling water down the drain. And
we have to find Joe. You have to go find the drain.
I'm gonna go.
I don't know where there's a drain.
Yeah, I'll go.
Jesus Christ.
Figure it out.
And then the other thing, John, is the toilet flies. There's nothing going there. I mean, that's my toilet. I think that we have to get a new toilet.
It is a bizarre thing because it's like I've learned that it's a cross section of like plumbing and exterminator, and a lot of times you got to just burn the whole thing down and start fresh.
Oh man, I don't need to do that. I think I'm just gonna move.
You might have to. Honestly, cut your losses.
I'm gonna call Jeff Borum and tell him I got toilet flies. It's time to get out of here.
How do we move the whole studio somewhere else?
I think I'm gonna do a Carmen set. I'm gonna buy
the traps,
fruit fly traps, and see if that works. Because it's only like one or two that are flying around annoying you, and then they disappear for a little while. So I'll see if that works. But anyway, are you excited for our big announcement on Monday?
I'm very excited. I think this is going to be huge. I don't know what I should say or what I shouldn't say, but
that's what I keep saying. I'm like, I don't want to say too. I think I'll put it this way: it is going to be a full station event, the whole station together, and this will be the first time. This will be the biggest and best thing we've done together since the time we did the draft.
And it's not even close. It's bigger than, it's that on steroids, then some, with tons of opportunities to do a bunch of cool stuff. So yeah, I'm excited.
That's how I feel. Like I want to say a bunch of everything, but you can't say anything yet. But we'll let everybody know on Monday. We'll talk about it. You'll talk about it. The other shows will talk about it. And it'll be the first time we all do something big together for the first time in a long time.
Bone fan, baby.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Yeah. Have a good day, guys. Thanks.
There you go. It's John Senning.
Will the flies be there?
Some of them, not all of them.
Right. See, I just don't think they're drain flies because I had those one time,
and
they were huge. They looked like horse flies.
Oh no, the drain flies in my room look like fruit flies, but the thing is that they're bigger, but they fly slower. These things are zipping around; you can't even see them. I don't know. Here come all the drain fly experts for sure. Mike Calta Show. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, this is Rob. I wanted to call and comment on the fruit fly solution.
Yep.
Venus fly traps work amazing for that, and it's cool to see.
Really? But how does the fly land? Like the fly will just fly over to the trap?
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason they're attracted to them, man. And they get big fast, too. The plants do. They work well, very well.
If they have them on Amazon, I'm ordering them right now. I'm ordering strips and Venus fly traps. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. I'll be one of the fly experts as well.
Okay.
So if you've ever worked in a restaurant, you get those bar flies, those little fruit flies.
Yeah.
You definitely find the drain. The traps aren't going to help you. You'll probably catch a few. But once you find the drain, bleach just doesn't work. Hot water doesn't work. Those little flies, they lay eggs in the drain, and they'll just keep coming. So if you go to Amazon, you could probably find a drain liquid. It's a specific type of liquid, or a restaurant supply store where you just pour it down the drain every once in a while, and it keeps those guys out. It kills them, gets them off the inside of the pipes, but that's basically the solution you need.
All right, I'm on it. Thank you. We got to find the drain first, Joe.
Yeah.
Are they
You're on drain duty.
In the house at all, or just in here?
Just in here.
Yeah.
Nothing in the house. And we have fruit in the house, too, and we got no problems.
I still think Joe's got a rotten banana
Definitely.
somewhere.
There's a banana somewhere.
No,
Apple.
I'm not taking this heat.
Mike, yes, Galvin.
My brother is checking in, fly expert. He says all drains, showers, floors, etc., should have water dumped down them so it closes the gap in the P drain in the line. It seals the line with the water from the sewer line.
Right.
Because otherwise there's just water sitting in there.
So I do that. Like I have some sinks upstairs that I never use, but I turn them on every once in a while just to get the water flowing through it. So, oh, man. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, what's up, fellas? Danny from Miami. I've been studying these drain flies for about 15 years.
Oh.
Yeah, and I have the perfect remedy for it. You get the cubic coffee, the Bustelo grindings, throw it down that outside drain, and pour some gasoline in there, and then you go ahead and light a match, and that'll just take care of everything.
Yeah, I think that'll probably level the whole house. I'm not interested in that, but thank you, Danny from Miami.
I'll try anything.
Was that Danny Donuts? Mike Calta Show, hello.
Hey man, I'm a pest control technician.
Oh, good. But see, now I have had pest control guys come on here before, and they basically told me to just get a new toilet.
No, man, I deal with this constantly, especially in restaurants, like the previously guy said. But there's a product you can get on Amazon called BioDrain.
BioDrain.
Yes, sir. And make sure the liquid in the pitcher looks orange. It's all natural. It goes in the P traps, like Galvin's brother was saying, and it eats all that crud out of there, and it kills the eggs. And do it. Usually we tell our customers to do it one time, then about 5-6 days later, do it again. Do all your drains, because just because they're coming out of one doesn't mean that's the one.
So, but let me ask you a question. What about, because for me, I think it's the toilet. So did you just pour it down the toilet drain?
Be honest with you, I don't think it's your toilet. I think it's some other drains. I mean, even toothpaste can feed these things. Like when you spit your toothpaste out when you're brushing your teeth,
right?
They'll get in there and eat on that stuff. But BioDrain, man, I wish I owned stock in this stuff because I recommend it constantly and it works. Restaurants, I've turned them onto it. They can get it by the 5-gallon buckets, buying it in bulk, and they do it once a week. But it's important you do it at night when everybody's going to bed so that stuff sits in the drains as long as possible.
All right, I will look into it. I'm going to order on Amazon today. Thank you very much. I'm ordering. Can you get Venus flytraps? Because I'm going to get those too.
Yeah, I don't know if you can order those from Amazon.
I think you can.
Yeah?
I don't know. I'm going to find out. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, Mike. I've had both flies, and with the flies that are the drain flies.
Yeah.
I've heard that if you parboil water, that's what worked for me. Not roll and boil. Parboil it, pour it down the drain, seal the drain with like a piece of duct tape. And I'm telling you, I've had to deal with that because if you use hot boiling water, those eggs actually can survive boiling water.
Jesus.
And they can also survive Drano, which is a really strong acid, and they can survive that. So that's why you got to do parboil. For the fruit flies, apple cider vinegar in a small cup. You'll get about a dozen of them overnight, and the next day you'll get 2 dozen, and then you won't have them again.
All right. I'm on it.
Go.
I'm on it. Thank you. And Galvin, look right there.
Yeah,
Venus flytraps.
I just looked it up. Yeah,
I'm ordering them today.
Do it.
We're gonna have one here, like a little shop of horrors.
Get a little rainforest going on in here.
Feed me, Seymour.
Yeah.
Oh Christ, this is stressful.
You're gonna do all this, and then Joe's gonna go, "Oh, I left a banana over."
Yeah.
I'm not. Nope.
You got something.
100%.
You eating food out of a medicine cabinet, a medicine bottle.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Yeah, but I know you got a strawberry somewhere or something that you forgot about.
Hydrated.
Do you think the flies are from your pew cat?
No, I do not. I mean, maybe. I don't. I can check.
Oh yeah.
You think you're urinating outside, and then your little droplets in your pants, and you're coming back in here, and they're following you?
Following me in? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, like the Pied Piper.
Yeah,
Pied
Piper.
All right, we got to take a break. April Macy is going to join us at the top of the hour. I want to remind everybody about my friends at ZenFilmSolutions.com. I want you to know that if you are counting on your car with factory smoke glass that came with your car to keep the heat out, you're an idiot. You need window tint. If you live in Florida, I'm talking about window tint that'll make it so when you get in your car, you don't burn your ass on your seat. My friends at Zen Film Solutions do that. They also do paint protection film. If you have a car and you want to protect it from love bugs, those love bugs, not only do they get on your car, but they start eating away at the paint with the chemicals inside the bug's body. Once you've killed them and they're living on your car and you think you've cleaned them, the ones that you don't see, the chemicals inside their body eat away at the paint on your car. But you can get paint protection film put on your car. And this way, if you're driving through, love bug season or construction that you see, or you're driving down the highway and the car in front of you is whipping rocks at you like a minefield, all that stuff is protected with paint protection film. They also have windshield protection. And if you're driving a car and you're like, hey, look, this car is kind of old to me now and I want a new car, you can change the color of your car with a wrap. You can actually get a new car without buying a new car. My son's driving around in a purple car that used to be black because of Zen Film Solutions. You can find them online at zenfilmsolutions.com or just give them a call at 813-TINTING. They do ceramic coating, paint protection, paint correction. They do it all, and they also do it for boats. So if you have somebody that has a boat and you need to protect the boat, they do that as well. Go to zenfilmsolutions.com or call 813-TINTING. That's 813-TINTING, and tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show. We'll take a quick break. April Macy joins us next on 102.5 The Bone. And I asked it to make the Mount Rushmore of comedians of the Mike Calta Show. And it produced Robert Kelly, Bert Kreischer, Ralphie May, and April Macy.
Yeah.
I made it.
You made it.
Oh, look at my cans made it. I'm so excited.
It was actually just your cans. It was their heads and then just here.
Oh, well, my head's melting, so it's cool. My cans are still good. The face is not so great.
I will tell you, face looks great. I would tell you if it didn't.
All right.
I put it up there and I blocked your face out. And I said, who would be the other comedian? I put up Ralphie, Bert, and Bobby, and it said, who is the other one missing? And a majority of the people said April Macy.
Oh,
You've been on the show for so many years, for so long. And it's interesting is that you were the only one that it reproduced that did not look like you. It was not flattering to you. It didn't look like you. It was just looked like a long-haired woman. Didn't look anything
It's like a
you.
mangled
But
broad.
but I was very happy that the audience was thinking along the same lines that I was. And so was ChatGPT. How do you like that?
That makes me very, very happy.
You have been coming on this show
20 years.
It's been 20 years.
Yeah, it has.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Look at us just aging and just shooting towards death over here. It's so fun.
Some
fun
quicker
when that
than
happens.
others.
We've put you through so much on this show. Tarantulas. We made you go on dates. You've done it all. You've been a trooper.
Oh, man, I picked wrong on that date.
You sure
that
did.
dude was lighting candles in his weird truck. Whatever happened to that fool?
He, believe it or not, fell out. We do not talk to him anymore.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. That was-
Couple of things I want to ask you. So I slid into April's DMs yesterday. She put a picture up where I thought you looked fantastic.
Thank
Liz,
you.
having known somebody for 20 years, I have to know that you're at least 20 years old. I don't know how old you are, but you look fantastic.
I'm 74.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew it
I'm
was somewhere
looking
around
great.
Jessica Tandy.
It's close. I'm closing in, guys.
But you must be working your ass off because you put a bikini picture up that looked fantastic.
I feel like I was at the circus.
Yeah.
Like I was doing a circ show. And when you're around like the best athletes in the world, you can't just come in with like some slovenly burrito every day. So you have to not be like a gluttonous animal. And I didn't drink for 3 months. Like,
yeah.
They make you take out an insurance policy because they're acrobats. I'm like, dude, I have a stool. No, I'm not going to fall.
Right.
So I'm like, when you're not drinking and you have.
So why don't you get to drink? Because they can't drink?
Because probably they can't drink. You can't be back there like hitting a flask.
It's true. Plus, they're probably getting over something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got you. Okay.
So I've lost weight.
Well,
I
you
tried.
look great.
Thank
You look great. The other thing I wanted to ask you, what I thought about is that besides me, who is the most famous creep to slide into your DMs?
I feel like I've had a few over the years.
Yeah. Like, or even maybe recently.
Val Kilmer years ago.
Oh,
I will not.
Iceman.
MySpace. Those were MySpace days.
Really?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. I've had a few. I've had quite a few. I would say Val Kilmer.
Do you take advantage of
My
that?
my cousin was in Heat like years ago, so I feel
Okay.
like we had met on a set a while ago, but I'm sure he didn't remember. But,
Right,
yeah.
right.
So
What'd your cousin do in Heat?
she was a child actress. I have
Oh.
3 cousins that were hot child actresses. Now
Really?
they're hot ladies. They weren't hot as children, but now they're hot as adults. That sounded weird.
So Val Kilmer slides into DMs, and what does he say?
I don't know. We went back and forth for a while. Yeah, we did.
That's interesting.
There was some athletes. I feel like
I
there's
gotta
been
tell
some
you,
athletes.
I'm as straight as an arrow, but if Val Kilmer slides into my MySpace, I'd be like, I don't know, what do you got going on, Iceman? Let's talk.
I was pretty hot in the MySpace.
Yeah. So I feel like I got the most nudes in my MySpace, and I can't get in it anymore.
Really?
Yeah, because it has we've migrated email systems, and you can't access that email anymore. And I think I used an old email, and it could be sending reset codes to that email, but it doesn't exist anymore.
No,
I know, it's killing me.
Those MySpace days were good days.
They were good.
Yeah,
They were. Oh, if
they
I
were
put that
solid
bitch in my
days.
top 6, you knew I was getting nudes the next day. Yeah.
But you've been married forever.
So let's not talk about it. I mean, let's just not make it crazy. The one good thing about my wife is that since we were together, I've been getting nudes. You know, like people will DM you or whatever, and women are attracted to my wife. So a lot of times the girls, I'd be like, "Oh, what's up?" And they'd be like, "Your wife's hot. I would totally hook up your wife." And then they'll send me a picture, and I'd be like, "Hey, Amanda, this lady would like to have a threesome with us." And she looks and she goes, "Tell her we said thank you, but we're gonna pay." I'm like, "Damn it!" I'm
But your
hoping
wife
one
still
day
is
she'll
25 years old.
She definitely drinks baby's blood.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I saw her leave. I'm like, she's beautiful.
Yeah. She I don't know what happened or how it happened, but I think that I maintain her low self-confidence, and that's where it works out for me.
But you look good. You've lost. You've lost.
I look a little better. Thank you. I appreciate. I still have butthole eyes.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's okay. Now, I feel like there's been a major change in your life.
Oh, so many.
What happened?
My hometown burned down.
I saw that.
I lived in Malibu, and everything around me is ash.
Yeah.
And I literally have the crappiest building in Malibu. It was almost like the fire got to my building. It was like, these people are too cool. They skipped the sad 3 poor buildings.
Fire not that mean.
No, fire was not that mean, but Adam Carolla was. He went on and he was like, look at this dump still standing. And then across the street was David Geffen's house.
Right.
So like, but that was like just wood and ash and timber.
Oh.
So I live in a war zone. So we moved out, and then like
How hard was it? Can you just like I saw the pictures? It was terrible. But do you just decide, hey, we're leaving, and they have no?
I mean,
yeah.
We're just gonna. You just have cancer in a few years. It would
Right,
be like
right, you
living
can't
at
stay
ground
there.
zero.
Yeah.
Like I mean, everything around us was.
It
Burnt.
was. I saw your videos. It was terrible. I mean, you guys were living right in the middle of it, and everything around you was just getting.
Yeah.
It was tearing your heart out.
I was in FEMA housing for a while.
Oh, you really?
Yeah.
You could have
FEMA.
stayed here. You should have
All
called me. I would have let you stay here.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I would have watched your dogs.
I mean, that's so funny. I just, I would never, when we had hurricanes coming, this guy that we work with, who, you know, we've worked with him for 18 years, but I'm not super close to him or anything. But he was like, yeah, I think we might have to evacuate if anybody's got room. I'm like, yeah, I got room. And everybody's like, was that dude and his family really at your house? Yeah, the guy we had to evacuate. Where, of course, I was not going to leave somebody in the middle of a hurricane.
Well, my husband didn't evacuate with me.
He didn't.
No.
What happened?
So this is where it gets crazy. So we had evacuated 3 weeks before for the Franklin fire. So I think he thought it would be like that. Like we pack up our stuff, we go back in. But I was like, no, these were hurricane strength winds.
Yeah.
He laid down on the couch like he was about to watch the P. Diddy series. And I was like, what is this animal doing? He's going to be roasting marshmallows on the roof.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I'm not doing what we did last time. I'm not panicking. And then you see that the whole hometown burned down. And you're like, dude, it was time to panic.
So when did he finally get up and go?
45 minutes after me.
Oh my God.
So, yeah.
Where did you go?
I went to my friend Maggie's house.
And what did he follow you over there?
No, no, that's why our marriage is up in flames.
Oh,
My
boy.
hometown burned down, and my marriage went up in flames, guys.
What it had to be going bad before that.
It wasn't great.
It wasn't. You seem like it was
Yeah.
great.
I mean, I do love him. We're still friends. We
Right.
get along, but I'm like, we're just not. We don't want the same things. Like, I don't want to live in the States anymore. I only want to come back and work a few months,
Right.
and then I want to live in Italy and sit in an olive grove and eat burrata and have a peaceful life and
April-
travel. I would do 20 weekends a year, my best weekends, and just be done.
Yeah. April loves to travel, and I am. It makes me, I think, a better person, better man by reading the comments on your social media. Guys are such dicks, and you don't realize it until you see other guys be dicks, and then you're like, I hope I'm not like that guy. People say the meanest things to you, and for
but it's all female comics.
But I don't know. Maybe not.
I get a lot.
You seem to get you seem to get a lot of it because if you don't know you, you're probably like, how the hell is she affording to do all this stuff? But you've helped me arrange travel because you've done it for so long and you've accumulated miles and
points
and all that stuff, and you do it the right way.
I don't think people realize it's not that expensive to travel. Like, you don't have to spend, like, I've never paid. I paid one time for a first class seat.
Right.
Like, it's all points and upgrades and flatbeds. And it looks fancy. But I managed to cobble it together. Like,
because you're traveling for work the
So
rest of the year, and you're accumulating all these points.
And miles.
Yeah.
And I mean, I am like an extreme couponer. I'm like a lunatic with these points.
That's great, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they're there. And if you know how to take advantage of them, sure.
And now my husband has a job at Hilton, so I have 110 nights for some discounted rate. I'm like, I'm going to St. Lucia for $50 a night.
Yeah,
guys.
That's great.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of cash.
That's
but
my
I know how to
number one. That's my number one thing that I would do. I think is travel the most. I've traveled. And I've enjoyed every place that I've been to, even the ones I didn't love, I still liked, and I'm glad I got to see.
You went to Germany. You went to Neuschwanstein.
And we would have never have done that if you didn't tell us about that.
I love to plan. I wish you guys would let me plan all your travels.
See, the problem is that my kids, like now, like for a while I had a plan for the kids, so it wasn't as much fun. But now they're older, so now like my son's dying to go back to Japan.
Okay.
Like we're trying to figure that out and trying to figure out when we can get on the schedule and get a trip, because Japan you got to go for at least a week. You can't just pop in and out of Japan.
You got to go for more than a week because you're going to be.
But I can't. You know, what I mean, I got to work. You know, I know.
Working things really getting in the way.
Cramping my
You
style.
can't do like 20 dates a year and be done.
Oh, wouldn't that be awesome?
When I say it out loud, it sounds so obnoxious.
Oh, it sounds fantastic.
But I'm like, it's like I can work the circus for a little bit. I can work a few of my favorite weekends. Like, I don't have to go to Peoria anymore if I don't want to.
Right.
Plus, I'm like, the cost of living in Italy is so cheap. Like, we have a 2-bedroom farmhouse on an agriturismo in an olive grove with a pool and a tennis court for $650 a month.
Oh, wow.
And I bought a house.
Jeez.
I'm like, I bought a little house down south. I'm like, you can't get a van for what I bought a house for. Like, they're giving houses away.
Yeah.
And it's new. It's like limestone ceilings and floors and beautiful. And it would be like a luxury van was about the same price.
Galvin has never been there, but he wants to live in Portugal.
Yeah, I want to retire in Portugal.
How do you know? How do you know you want
I don't know.
You would love it. It's beautiful. The food's great.
I've read about it. Yeah, the cost of living is supposed to be great. They take care of Americans. It's supposed to be beautiful there, like the beaches and everything.
You should do it now because I think you can still get the golden visa.
I need him.
Well, no,
I
was going to go.
Invest. He needs to invest now.
Yeah,
otherwise
I probably
they're
should
start
do that.
Taking away.
Yeah. And that way, I'd already have like my citizenship.
Yeah,
if
I'm staying married for that sweet Italian citizenship. I got to learn the language, guys.
So what happens? You guys, you don't live together now? You're done?
No, he didn't come with me to Vegas, so we're separated. But I still love him. Like, he's still a good guy. He just believes in the American dream, and he wants to be here and thinks he's going to make all the money. And I would just want to sit, like sit and sip. Like, why are we all working so hard? You don't have to work as hard in other places.
No, if that's what you're comfortable doing is sitting and sipping, sure.
I'm a sipper.
I know what you're saying.
Like a nice Aperol spritz at sunset. What are we doing? Why are we messing around like this?
I've been talking about it on the air. AC/DC is Friday night, and I had tickets, but I don't really want to go. And we've been talking a lot on the show is what it really takes to get me to leave the house now. I don't really want to do. I would like to sip and sit and sip.
Exhausting.
It is. It's so lazy because it is not really that big of a deal, but yet it is exhausting. It's so much easier to just chill out.
Yeah, like I just went to Costa Rica with one of my friends from childhood and she was like, yeah, what would you do in Costa Rica? I'm like, watch the P. Diddy documentary. Lay in our Airbnb,
Yep.
drink on the couch.
Yeah,
Like,
those are my favorite vacations inside the United States when we go somewhere and don't have to do anything.
I love it. Because I
Yes.
feel like I've been hurling my body. If we've known each other for 20 years, I've been doing 40 weekends. Flying upright. I'm like, I don't want to be Bob Saget at the end of my life and just end up in a courtyard Marriott with a heart attack.
You know what's so funny?
You know what I mean?
When we were kids, I remember my parents. We would go on vacation, and we lived in Illinois. We'd drive to Michigan to stay at a Holiday Inn there.
Yeah.
And it was great.
And use the pool.
It was it was so. We'd go to the arcade. We'd go to the pool. We'd have lunch in the room. It was the best thing in the world. I'm like, why'd we go to Michigan to do this though? I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it feels different.
I guess. Yeah.
Did you ever wonder about that?
Yeah, I did.
Because we did that too. We went to Pennsylvania. Well, my parents were divorced by the time I was like 5, but we did go on trips to Pennsylvania, which makes me to think that they were swinging with the O'Connells.
Oh, wow.
I'm wondering what they were doing.
That's my stomping ground, old Pennsylvania.
yeah.
You know your town's a dump if Billy Joel's singing about it. That's why I said it ain't great. It ain't great, guys. My dad's still there.
Yeah?
Just dripping with diabetes.
Oh.
That's what, like, you go to Pennsylvania and they give you a cheesesteak and diabetes immediately.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, man. This is April Macy who is here with us. She's going to be at Side Splitters this weekend, 960-1197 or sidesplitterscomedy.com. From our Mount Rushmore of show comedians over the years.
Can I point out also, how early did you get up to get ready?
Can I say that I flew in last night from Costa Rica,
Oh.
so I probably got 4 hours sleep. And I did.
You
I curled. I curled for
I'm
you
looking.
guys. Yeah,
I'm looking.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
Because I didn't want. Sometimes your fans are like, "She's looking old." Guys. I'm like, I know.
Yeah,
She was sloppy.
Because you're tan, you're in a dress,
Slovenly.
you have your makeup done, you have your hair
I
curled,
got eyelashes on.
everything.
Yeah.
When I started getting angry at the circus, I took off my eyelashes. I was like, I'm done with putting on eyelashes for these animals.
I would think that we always talk about it. Living in Vegas and living in a casino would be our dream. But
Really?
the
It's
reality
so
of that,
depressing.
though, I was just saying it's probably alone.
Oh, it's awful.
probably depressing.
Oh, it's depressing. And also, like, there was Thursdays, I had to wait. Sometimes if I didn't time it right, a marching band comes through. And you have to be like, I can't get to work for the next 10 minutes while I wait for this marching band for the
that's
Golden
hilarious.
Nights. Yeah. And you're like,
that's
you live near a Cinnabon. And I'm like, my dog's taking dumps under roller coasters.
Oh, that's
This
true.
isn't
I forgot
normal.
about that. Yeah, you
it's not
can't have
normal.
the dog.
He was
Well, the
initially-
dogs, all the casinos, the hotel casinos out there are dog friendly.
I know, but you
Yeah.
still got to walk them.
Yeah. But
I mean,
a lot
I
of them have like areas outside of the
Oh,
thing
yeah.
for.
It was a nice area, but he was initially scared of that
Mhm.
roller
Yeah, I'm
coaster.
sure,
But then
yeah.
he like acclimated. But I will say the cleaning staff, not that great because this dog visited a piece of pepperoni for like 2.5 weeks. It was in the hallway and my dog would be like, oh, it's still there. I'm like, no, buddy, we're not, leave it there.
I'm eating that tomorrow.
Do
he
you-
would, he'd sniff it right out.
Do you feel like you can't enjoy the day because you have work to do that night?
I feel like initially I was so stressed
Yeah.
because it's so difficult. Like you're following a unicorn.
Right.
Like she spins from her head like a centrifuge. It's
Yeah.
like she has a bun and a carabiner. And then they lift her 4 stories, and then I come out like, "Hey guys, I got wiener jokes." And they're like, "What's happening? Why is this one talking?"
Do they know there's a comedian, or they just know
No.
there's gonna be a show?
And the intro is awful. It's like, we got the mayhem, now we got the comedy. And you're like, oh, I could be a clown. Like, I might as well have clown shoes. What's happening? And you're following, like, one, you're in this pit. So it's dark in the pit. And above is a full band. Before me is a full band, 6 dancers, a woman who spins from her head on a carabiner, and then like singers. And then I just come out with a stool and words. And then you rise. You have to rise like Celine Dion.
Oh.
So you feel like a gladiator in this pit. I'm Russell Crowe down there getting ready to fight a lion.
Oh,
It's
that's
hard.
insane.
And you
yeah.
only have 10 minutes. Like I'm only working.
How many shows a night?
2 shows a night, 5 nights a week. So I do 10 shows, but I'm really only working 2.5 hours a week. In
What are
total.
you doing the rest of your day?
I'm laying in bed,
Watching
crying.
P. Diddy?
What do you mean? I'm weeping, guys. My hometown burned down and my marriage is crap.
And here you are in the desert by yourself.
Oh, so sad. And there's nothing sadder because the acrobats, I was like, I know that Cinnabon sells only the middles. You know who else doesn't know? None of the cast knew that except for me, that Cinnabon only sells the middles.
Oh, man. That I have to tell you, there's a part of me that thinks that would be fun. We talk about it all the time, but I don't know if I was by myself. I think I'd probably be
fun for a few weeks. Like I feel like the run was just too long. Like I don't think I could do 3 months again. I could do 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and break it up throughout the year. But just 3 months, and because I'm also in a hotel room,
right?
So like. And if it's not hot and you don't have a coke problem, like what do you do in Vegas? Like I'm not a hooker. I'm not going to go get hookers and do coke.
No, but are you meeting dudes or no? Because
no, I wasn't. Ready. I wasn't ready for dudes. I've had a weird crush on a German artist for a while.
Really?
Yeah, I'm in like a pretend imagination. I'm like just smelling turpentine and having fantasies.
That is so. I don't know, man. You're the person they make Julia Roberts movies out of. You just running around Italy by yourself.
I can't wait. I am ready.
When are you going?
I'm ready to put it on a platter.
You going after this? After this?
I'm
week?
going after this. I'm closing on my little house that I bought,
right.
And then I come back and I go to Tulsa and then Curacao. And
you're coming back from Italy to go to Tulsa?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
And then I have a few weekends of work left, and then I'm going to Curacao in between.
That'd be nice.
Because this is what I do.
God, that's wow. You figured it out though.
It's not bad. If you saw the price what I got for Curacao, you'd be like, it's cheaper than keeping a house. Like I'm spending half as much money as it was to live in Malibu.
Wow.
To travel the world.
And what wasn't the nicest place in the world?
No,
anyway?
I mean to me, I had an ocean view and a 2-bedroom, and it was nice on the inside. But when you drove down, you'd be like, "What impoverished people live in that?" It was the crappiest building in Malibu.
Yeah, that's right.
But I still lived in
You had
Malibu.
ocean view.
15 years.
Is that how you would give people directions? It's the crappiest building in Malibu. Just
you would find it.
Yeah.
Look at the Adam Carolla thing because it's so funny when he's like, "Look at this thing burned, and then this hunk, this block of nonsense is still standing." But I thought my building burned because everything around me. So when they cut to those videos during the fire, I was like, it's gone." And then
everything around you, literally burned down.
It got so close. My metal trash can in front of my house was melted into the sidewalk.
That's nuts.
And then the fence between our apartments is gone.
Oh,
but not your apartment.
But not our apartment.
That's wild.
I mean, and there was an ash that needed to be cleaned up, and it smelled like a barbecue.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then my refrigerator, it's like that was because the electricity had been out for that chicken was not good. Not good.
When's the last time you were there?
I never went back.
Oh, really?
No, my husband packed it up.
Yeah.
And then he was crying and sad. So, and I was like, I just didn't want to see it that way.
Yeah, sure.
I loved it. 15 years at that place.
Wow. How long were you married?
It's coming up on 7. So we're just separated now. I need that citizenship. I need that healthcare, guys.
I thought for sure you'd be. I mean, I don't know. I always say that if I wasn't married, like if we got divorced, I would never get married again. I can't imagine. I'm happily married, and I would never get married again.
Really? Why?
Because I can't just leave if I want to leave.
Yeah.
You know, the kids screw that up way more than the marriage does.
Yeah, it's not that hard. I just stayed in Vegas. It wasn't that difficult.
Right. That's the thing. Like I have to run. I'm sick of having to run things by 10 people. I got a whole committee now before I want to do something.
No, now I just pick up and go to Curacao
or
Tulum or.
And you don't have to have the responsibility of other people.
No. And I even like vacationing on my own. I'm like, let me get my cans out in this bathtub and float around.
I know, but
we saw that picture.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
That was some bathtub.
The funny thing is my husband was like, "Are you naked in that photo?" I was like, "This is who I am now.
This is who I am. This is your life now.
You did this. You created this monster.
I'm not worried about your mom anymore."
Oh, didn't the sister hate you? Who was it that hated you?
No, they all love me. And
somebody hated you. It was his ex or something.
His ex.
Yeah,
his ex does look like Edward James almost. She is a mangled beast.
Well, she can have him back.
She cheated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you understand now why?
No, because I think he's still a good guy.
You
I
do?
just think he just doesn't want to live where I want to live. So that makes things difficult.
Yeah.
And
See, that's what marriage does. It screws things up.
Yeah, you make your choices, and I feel like he has to learn his that you're not going to be wealthy here.
Yeah.
You're you're gonna end up I've made decent money, and then you end up spending all your money. In
Yeah,
America.
what was he? Didn't he have like a leather store or something?
Yeah, and then he had a restaurant, and then pandemic happened, and I feel like he probably feels like he just keeps getting screwed and back to the finish, back to the starting line.
Wow.
So I understand because I'm like, I still have a career, and I'm still going to Tulum, so my life isn't
Your
so
life's
bad.
yeah. April Macy's here with us. We got to take a break, but you can hang out, right? We're wrapping up. All right. April's going to be at Sidesplitters 960-1197 or sidesplitterscomedy.com all weekend this weekend. We'll take a quick break. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. She just made me feel very upset about being in Lutz right now. We're just talking about all these great places that we could be in and visiting, and I'm like, well, I'm over here.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Could be a lot worse.
No, it's not bad. You have good beaches here.
We have everything. I mean, Florida, especially this area, we've got good beaches. We've got a good fun weekend life here. We've got casinos now, so we're in good shape.
This is one of my favorites.
Yeah?
I love it. And I love the club.
The club's good. They're good people.
Now that Bobby's gone.
Whatever
happened to him?
He still goes to Bobby Jewel, shows up every once in a while.
No, I thought he was not allowed.
I don't know. It's so funny because he's the one who brought you to me. Yeah. Do you remember the first time you were on?
Was he here?
He sold it to me. You gotta have this chick on. She's 2 chicks. They're hot. And it was and I was like, I'm pretty much like, I love a hot chick as much as the next guy, but hot chicks don't necessarily equal good radio. You know what I mean? I'm not even saying for comedian. I'm just saying in general, like strippers. It's great to have strippers. Usually they're morons and they sound dumb on the air. So you got to figure out some way to make it good. And it was you and Pizitsky.
Yeah.
And
that was back in the day.
I just talked to Segura about this a couple weeks ago. And she was in the studio and I asked her to show us, she has huge boobs, asked us to show us her boobs. And she said, I will, but I feel like I should ask my husband. And we called him and asked him.
And he said no.
And he said no. Because first he was like, oh. And then he goes, I'm not going to show him to some radio guy.
She does have good, like they're breeding. Those are breeding cans right there.
She's got good cans.
They should be feeding children in a field. Biggins.
So that was the first time that Bobby brought you to us on the show. And then it's just been from then on.
Do you remember he used to have like a bookshelf with his headshot staring at you on the stage?
Yeah.
It was so obnoxious.
It looked like a living room was like up on the stage.
There was like a weird, filthy couch. It was just filled with. You know what it was filled with.
So there was a time where before the pandemic where I was talking to BT, who owns the club now, about possibly doing a club with him, doing something with him, and I thought, the first thing I'm going to do is throw everything out. I would want to just get everything out of there altogether.
Didn't they though?
They did.
It was like the day after, and then he was like, he came in and they were just immediately painting over his face the next day.
Place.
Yeah, gutting it.
It's entirely different now, but
it's so much better.
It is, but it's great. Is before the show, you may have seen it. I don't know, but before the show, they have a little video montage. Mm-hmm. And it's all these great comedians on podcasts talking about what a good spot Sidesplitters is and how it is for Tampa. It's great for us, great for the radio show that this is a good hotspot for comedians to come to.
But you can tell when somebody genuinely cares about the club, cares about the comedians, cares about the show. They just do a better job. And then there's these other clubs where you're like, what do you guys? No wonder you have 14 people on a Saturday.
Do you think it's better that the club owner is not a comedian?
Yes.
I'm gonna go up and do a tight five.
Not stealing all his friends' acts before the show. Good God, he was doing Tim Wilson's act forever.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, that's so funny.
And you're like, you can't take it back now because he was gone. He would just do his sad friends act.
We have not talked about any of your exes. I have not seen any of them in a long time.
Talk about
no. I'm just saying, awful. Like they're all have fallen off. I haven't seen Mitch Fatel in years.
No. I mean, his act. You aged out of that character. You can't do that creepy character at 65.
Probably
it's not working anymore.
65. And then what about Gary? Where's he been?
Gary's been doing well.
I just haven't seen him. I'm not saying not doing well. I just don't. I don't see.
Last time I saw Gary, I mean, he's touring and doing that stuff. He had a. Well, he did. I think he did a book, didn't he?
Yeah.
But then he was on like Amy Schumer's show.
Oh, really?
He was on there. Yeah, like a part on there. But I mean,
he was just one of those guys.
Show.
We'd see him all the time, and then we just didn't see him anymore.
I feel like he's been, and we apologized to each other. Like years ago before the wedding, he was like, I could stand outside your door and say, I'm sorry for all the awful things I did to you.
He did do some awful.
Yeah. And I was like, but I stayed to punish you. So it was my fault as well. But it was nice. Like we had some closure and I root for him now.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. I don't have any bad blood.
I wonder if ex-girlfriends root for me or if they root for my demise.
Were you kind to them?
Yeah, but I also, I'm a nice, like a genuinely nice person to those people. But I wonder if they like. I'm also a different person. I mean, the last time I dated somebody was 30 years ago. So
and they're also an ex for a reason.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I probably was.
Well, you almost got married once.
That's basically the one that I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I wonder if she.
I was engaged before too.
You were?
To an old man working through some dad issues in my early 20s.
Yeah. How old?
He was 2 years older than my parents.
Oh. How old are you?
I was like 21. He was like 40 some.
Yes.
I was working through those dad issues.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for if my marriage ever goes south.
Yeah, somebody who's real sad. Yeah. Somebody who was beaten as a child. Yeah.
Sad 25-year-old.
That's it. I was super young. He got me. I was not even barely cooked.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was engaged. I got engaged to a girl that I dated like through college, and I was coming here. Like I was living here, and she was living in New York, finishing graduate school. And I'm like just breaking into radio, and I went up there like Christmas time, and I bought like a $1,500 ring and got engaged, and at Rockefeller Center and all that. It was great. And then she called me up like the next week while I was here back in Florida, and she's like, "All right, I found a couple of places." I was like, "For what?" And she's like, "For the wedding." And I'm like, "What wedding?" Like, "Oh, you're talking about like doing this? Like you're setting a date and stuff?" I don't know. I meant just like
placeholder.
Hold on to that ring for a while.
Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't interested in that. Is that it? Are we done already?
Yes, sir.
Holy smokes.
Oh. Whoa, please no.
I did not say it. I did not say it. April, Macy, always great to see you.
Good to see you guys.
You seem like you're doing really well.
I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
good.
Yeah.